paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
X. Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arkham Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody Ake Camelot 331 wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went, baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoking rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart, it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's not loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. This NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh, Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their cartridge hits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Hey, you're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see titties? Has anybody noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
Oh my gosh, can you believe we're back again? Knee deep in the damn sauce. Hot diggity damn, son. Hot diggity damn. It's been a wild ass time to be alive. Oh gosh, it's been awful. It's been awful. What's up, Jesse? How you doing, man? What's up, Freddie? Man, I got an email I want to read you guys today. And this email is the most crazy shit I've ever seen come across. And you guys get to judge it for yourselves and enjoy. I've seen some ones in my day, but this one's pretty wild. And I don't get these as often as I used to. Not to this degree, but yeah, you're going to see it. We're going to jump into it. 15 likes away from 100. Welcome back to James Duvall. Oh my God, dude. I swear I was thinking about your ass the other day. It's so weird. I think I was in the liquor store and they only have Johnny Walker Black. And I was like, man, I was like, man, if James could see me now. I remember I was with somebody and I was like, man, James would be really pissed if he was here because there was no gold. This was like the other week. It's funny how like it's been years. And I just thought of that. So at any rate, 12 blocks away from the goal. We're going hard as hell. Appreciate you, James. Says, what's your phone charging at? It's on the charger right now, man. It's deader than hell. It's at 37. Man, it was at like 4 when I was about to start the stream. Star Weaver, what's up, baby? My phone's getting to where they're trying to, what are they trying to do? They're trying to update it out. It's starting to die so damn fast nowadays. It's getting crazy. All right, anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We are live on a Monday for the CAMELCAST. We're talking about a lot of crazy shit today and also talking about some personal stuff as well. It's going to be very, very interesting. By the way, we got some announcements coming very, very soon, very, very shortly. So I'm very excited about that. And we're up against the Naked Snake. We got 4 Naked Snakes left until 500 snakes on the board in a row. Can you believe that shit? So make sure you guys like the stream and hang out with your boy. And also, of course, as per usual, running the 100 membership goal as well. For Fight Milk, we hit it last stream at 103. And we hit it 2 streams before that at 126, I think. At 1,000 memberships, I am doing a 24-hour stream. We're also going to do a big-ass crazy fundraiser. It's going to be wild as hell. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about getting arrested, and we're going to talk about a few other things that's on the dock today. So we're going to have a lot of fun. So I hope you guys are excited. As excited as I am. So let's get the hell on it, diddy doggone it, and start the show. Welcome, boys. I do notice that Cecil's, it's wild as hell. It's like Cecil watches for me to go live, and then he schedules his stream for right when I'm live. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Why can't you just let me have my success, Cecil? He's more entertaining than me. So, of course, he just streams over me and just everybody, pulls everybody from me. Like Steph. I know Steph leaves as soon as he go live. Damn you, Steph. Damn you. Jenny's here. At least she loves me. At least Jenny loves me. All right. Let's get into these super chats and then we'll move. We'll start the show. Where's the super chats? Where are they? They're not on here. What the hell? Did they update this? Where's the super chats? What is going on? There's no super chats on StreamYard anymore. Indy Rand. Let's go up. Indy Rand. Wow. What is happening? Can I star this? Intense. Well, okay, I'm going to have to do this manually, it looks like. Okay, then. Let me try refreshing the page. I might leave for like 1 second. Let me try refreshing. Hold on. Let me leave and then come back. I'll be back in 4 seconds, boys. It all worked out. They're back. Cool. It all worked out, everybody. Can you believe it? Except Holy Ozones is not here for some reason, but that's fine. Rob's is not on here, neither is Billy's, and neither is Maldy. Maldy says, feeling like a green boy to start the show. I love you. Thank you, Maldy. Billy Hatcher says, it's crazy that 4chan is one of the few sites fighting the UK while everybody else is submitting. So far, Twitch hasn't done the knee-jerk reaction that YouTube has, which is surprising. Also, F Roblox. Thank you, man. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Billy, for your... Oh, it's right here. I'm sorry. Oopsies. Billy's is right there. All right. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, brother. You are the GOAT. Thank you so much. One red boy from a rainbow night already, I think. Damn, boys. All right. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. We got the super chats back. Everything's on. Bourbon Infested says, here's an orange boy for that monster sip. Yeah, dude. I have not had a white monster in like 2 days. This is my first one. So I'm excited. Thank you so much. Vermin Infested, my boy. And Mr. James Duval, welcome back. It's been too long, my friend. Get that gold. Get that gold. I'm going to a certain city in like 2 months. And I'm going to get that freaking gold, bro. I'm going to get that gold. Thank you, James. I appreciate you so much for a $37 orange boy. Oh, my God. My man. Coming in strong. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, dude. I love you. Okay, so super chats are literally boned. They're only popping up if I refresh the page. That's so strange. All right, well, we'll just have to hit it hard. Thank you, James. I love you, James. A big fat orange boy from James. I'm gonna star all of the ones that are popping up. That'll probably, yeah, that works. Cool. There we go. Awesome. So I'm gonna have to manually star them, but that's fine. So Sean with $10 says, have a good show. About to head home finally. I love you, Sean. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you shortly. Get the hell on it, diddy doggone. I love you, baby. I appreciate you. Charles says, another $2 for GameStop to sponsor your race car. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. I love you, Charles. William with 5 months says, Cecil's love. Cecil's life. Of course he is. Of course he is. It's so good. And Stephanie with 5 gifted memberships. Hot diggity damn, baby. We are on our way to achieving every beautiful goal. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Steph, it was because I called her out. Oops. I apologize. All right. All right. Thank you, Steph. I love you. Everybody say thank you to Steph. All right. Here we go. So let's start the show, boys. So first and foremost, we're going to pull up this email. I'm going to have to figure out a way to let me figure out how to format it so it's not like the side. It's so wide. You know how emails are, where it's the entire right side of the page is just. I'm not going to take a screenshot of it with my phone. That'd probably be better, actually. Because with it formatted in my actual on my email, it's just like that wide, and it's going to be so zoomed out. So let me just take a screenshot of my phone. That'd be easier. Yeah, this is way easier, actually. God, it's just a wall of text, bro. And it looks like the dude's like drunk. All right, here we go. Let's take a screenshot of this. This will be much better. You can't even read this shit. Oh my God. I haven't really read this yet, but God, Jesus, man, it's wild. Oh, fuck, this is funny. All right. We'll have some fun with this one. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to send them to myself, and there we go. We got all the stuff I need. All right. You're welcome. Thank you. Appreciate you, Steph. We love you. All right, let me send this to myself. Derp. This is the dumbest freaking email I've ever seen in my life, bro. Oh, my God. Stupid. It's so stupid, man. All right, let me send that to myself. All right. I'm just like reading like sentences and I'm like, fuck. Thanks, Steph. All right. Here we go. Let me make sure everything's caught up. We're good to go. And let's do this. Where'd you go? The Amateur, what's up, buddy? Dumbest email you've gotten so far. I had a guy that said he was going to beat me with a baseball bat like to death a few years ago, but that was kind of funny. $4.99 from the Amateur says, if Tempo loses his voice, will you host Timcast IRL? Everybody's tired of filling in. I don't think I'd do a good job. Last time I was on there, I was so damn nervous I couldn't even talk. You know. Thank you so much, Amateur. We love you. We appreciate you. I'm keeping all these. I have to manually pull up super chats, so I have to like save them, which is fun. All right, boys. Thank you, Amateur. All right, let's do this shit. Oh, yeah, I got to pull it up, don't I? All right. Oh, I named this Derp. It's just a wall of text. It's just a giant wall of text. I'm just going to save it. This dude says I'm a Lolicon fan. Yeah. All right. Oh, fuck. It's funny. All right. Being nervous can be good. You're more than real. All right. Make sure you guys like the stream. Let's get into it. We're almost halfway to Naked Snake already. We're going hard as hell. Joe Schmo and Rakin over on Rumble. How you guys doing? Woodford Reserve. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I ain't got no Woodford right now. I drank the last bit of my Woodford. Billy, he doesn't even like lollies that much, he said. That much. That much, he says. He thinks they're okay, Billy says. That's funny. All right. I didn't even know what it was until like 2 years ago. And I was like, what is it? What does that mean? I thought it was, I know this is like ignorant as hell, but I thought it was like what they called, I thought that word was what they called gay porn, but in Japan. I was way off. I was way off. That's something else. It's like yaoi or something. I don't know, but that implies you like anime. I don't even like anime either. How did I get labeled as the anime guy? Fuck. Yeah, that's what you get for joking. All right, let's go. What's your favorite anime? Last Airbender. Is that what it's called? Big Mike? I don't know. Gorn. All right, boys. Japan's a different place. Well, Japan right now, everybody I know is traveling to Japan, and I've kind of always wanted to, travel to a lot of places. And Japan's one of them, but now I don't have the stomach to go to Japan because it makes me feel like I'm just like all those other people that are going because they're obsessed with Japanese culture and they're like weebs, and I'm not even remotely a weeb. I don't like anime. I don't watch any of it. Except like once every 2 years, somebody will recommend anime and I'll watch the first season and then it gets really bad and I stop watching it. Right. But other than that, yeah. Weeaboos, those bastards. Japan fatigue. Not the Japans. All right. One red boy from a rainbow knot. Let's get it rolling, boys. I'm going to pull this up. This wall of text is nonsensical and insane. Oh, is this the wrong? Oh, I have the wrong chat on Rumble pulled up. I was like, damn, the chat's bumping on Rumble. Nope, there's no one in it. Oops. You want the noodles, Don? Yeah, well. The nudes or the noodles. That's very important, my friend. The nudes or the noodles. All right. I used to make videos based around emails and DMs I got. No, not the lollies. Not the lollies. They're coming after me, man. All right. I used to make videos about this kind of stuff, but they kind of fell off. Most of the hate messages I get they're really, really short and very boring. But this dude just went insane. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. At least Cody wouldn't freak out on any Japanese place that's Japanese only sign on it. No, I'm going to force my way in. You can't exclude me. You're racist. Send a body pillow over Lolly to Scaly one. Really sell it. Does he want one? What's up, Scaly? Hey, dude. All right. Let's pull this bastard up. All right. Japan is a beautiful and historically rich country that has unique identity. 100%, dude. Yeah, no, I'm all about it. Oh, really? We're gonna not zoom in that much. How do I make this fatter? It's got to be fatter. Can I make this? Oh, maybe that's how. Yeah. All right. Alexander PC says our original shop phone number was 833 no weebs. Yeah, we were going to give a PC away. The first person figured it out. No one ever did. Oh, well, I just did. You just told me it counts. I'll take two. No. All right. Here we go. So first and foremost, can we zoom in? Oh, beautiful, bro. Beautiful. I like how he at least says yo. He's very nice in this first part. Yo, Cody. Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing? So here we go. First off, this is a very, very long wall of text, by the way. But it says you're a straight up scam artist. Your YouTube videos where you pretend to be some GameStop whistleblower are total garbage. You got fired for stealing cash right out of the register. Right out of the register. Not the fake time card fraud you keep crying about. You know what's my favorite part about this stupid shit? Is the fact that I literally have, like, I had my unemployment rejection letter from whatever local government or whatever. And it literally says your reason for termination was time card fraud on it. It literally says that on it. And also, if I took money from the register, I could be charged with a felony in that city I was working in. We had employees that were charged with felonies in the city that stole. Why would they not do that to me? That makes literally no sense. But that's actually the first time I've ever heard that. What I used to see was, people would go really, really hard with like the fake allegations. So they would just go as hard as they could possibly go, right? And they would say that I assaulted some girl that worked at my store. And I didn't even have a girl working at my store. So that was like I always thought that was the funniest one. Because, you know, like the easiest way to try to like cancel somebody without any evidence is just say you assaulted some girl. But there was no girl that worked at my GameStop at the time. So I always thought that one was really funny. It was just a bunch of dudes. I only hired dudes. No, I hired girls. It's just the girls never wanted to be like in management. So they never really stayed too long. Because they would leave. It wasn't like out of necessity. They would just leave. They would like eventually go to school and quit or something. You know? So I never really fired anybody. I fired a few people, but it was usually when they started drama. Like I had this one guy that was telling random employees that I didn't like them, and didn't even know who the guy was, so I fired him. I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I don't even know you. I've never talked to you. What do you mean you have secret drama where I dislike people?" I was like, "Yeah, get the hell out of here." So I fired him literally without notice, and he only worked like 2 days ever. I fired his ass. It's like, no, we ain't playing that lame shit. It says, and the harassment story, pure lies. This is so you know what's weird about this is people will claim that me getting swatted and people showing up at my house and people sending me DMs and people contacting my family is all fake. And they'll say that no one ever does that literally whilst they're in progress of doing that. They'll be like, no one ever sends you hate mail as they're writing the hate mail. It's like the dumbest, like non-able to figure out, you know, self-reflection moment of their life. You made it all up to scam your pathetic fans. He's talking about you, Billy. Into feeling sorry for you and throwing money at your sad live streams. Well, that is true. They are sad. Let's be honest. They are pretty sad sometimes. You're just a con man who got canned from GameStop and probably some other job for running your mouth with made up drama. 11 years. 11 years. Now, look, I'm not gonna ignore the obvious. This guy's obviously got some kind of mental thing going on. And also to kind of allude to that a little bit more, it is very likely that this is like a young adult. No, not a kid. This is probably like 11 or 12-year-old. I noticed that a lot of people kind of gravitating to my Instagram with like hate messages are almost entirely like 12, 13-year-olds. Right? So almost all of them are like little kids. And they probably should have access to social media. But I digress. It says, and what's this sick stuff I heard about you and your ex-wife? I have only ever had one allegation, and it was this guy that used to harass me. There was this guy that used to harass me, and he messaged my ex-wife. And when my ex-wife told him to fuck off, he took the message and he photoshopped a fake message on it that insinuated I beat her. And then she sent me the real screenshot and I posted it to Twitter, and then he deleted his account on Twitter. That was years ago, though. So I think this is probably because somebody just said it. Because granted, look, there, social, especially if you're a kid, social media, the easiest thing you could do is just lie. You can just lie and just fucking email people. You never know, man. Like you throw something against the wall, every now and then it might stick, and somebody might see a random email come across and be like, oh! Like, you know what I'm saying? Random email. It's crazy. It says, the word on the town, guys, is you were a total monster, yelling at her all the time and throwing stuff and even leaving bruises. That's a new one. People say she had to get out of that marriage because you were so abusive, and you still act like you're some saint online. I don't actually think I've ever acted like a saint online. And also, if you asked, well, I haven't talked to my ex-wife in years, but if even that being the case, if you asked her, she'd be like, what the fuck off. No, that didn't happen. Like, come on, dude. Come on. It was like a completely amicable. Is that the right word? Like a no-fault divorce thing. Dude, Cody is so chill in person. That's insane. Yeah, the word on the street, Maldy, is I be slinging bruises around everybody. You probably made her life a living hell, and now you got the nerve to play the victim. I don't even know where I played the victim. When did I play the victim? Maybe it's right now. Maybe he's talking about literally right now is where I'm playing the victim. I think this guy just Googled me or something. It might be from a forum actually, because you're talking about like lore from like day one. It says, and don't get me started on your NASCAR career in quotes. At least they use quotes correctly, I think. You think you're a real driver because you ran a few bottom-tiered races in ARCA and the Truck Series. Your results are a joke. 17th at Talladega, which is pretty good in my opinion, and a bunch of other mid-pack finishes like 12th and 16th. And you got wrecked at Iowa because you can't drive worth a damn. And that is true, actually. The Iowa wreck, totally true. I did wreck at Iowa, but it was not my fault. I was just chilling, and I got creamed. I got rotted right into the wall. Which sucks because I'd have been 5th in points if that wouldn't have happened, but it's all good. You only got those rides by begging for sponsorships from your fans and shady folks like Tim Pool, not because you have any skill! Exclamation marks. You're not a NASCAR driver. You're just a YouTuber playing pretend with a beat up 2007 Dodge. I don't even have that anymore. Acting like you're living some dream. Some dream. Fans show up to watch you crash and burn, not because you're any good. That's true too. Now, to be fair, 17's pretty solid. Yeah. I'm just a saying, bro. The penthouse 4. Chris Wright. He got my ass. Man. He got my ass. He sure did. If I miss any super chats, let me know, guys, because they don't pop up anymore. I have to manually do it. I'm sure it'll be fixed soon, but I see Chai T popped, so I'll get that one soon. And what's this disgusting talk online about you being a lolicon enjoyer? Oh, not the lollies. They got me. I'm the new Nux. I've been lollied. I've been lollyized. That's vile, dude, and people are calling you out. Your channel's a complete fraud, just like you milk and drama for clicks. You beg for donations on your live streams like a broke loser. This is true, though. That's not actually untrue. Acting like you deserve it for exposing the truth. The truth is, you got no skills. It literally does sound like a 12-year-old. Let me pull up the other one. There's multiple screenshots. This is very, very, very long. Now, to be fair, I got a similar DM from somebody. Now I have no idea if it's the same person or not, but they are like a 12-year-old. Like literally. So, man, look, dude, there's way more to this message, by the way. I'm pulling it up. I don't want to be like a dick bag, but when I was 12, 13 years old, I was really, really dumb. I was really stupid. And I'm really glad I didn't have social media back then. Because they have no filter and they'll just do whatever because they don't think they'll ever have any accountability come their way for it. Right? He's writing a novel, Renee. He's writing a novel about my ass. I might get this framed. I like this one, though. This one's fun. Where is it at? There we go. I'm sure you get tons of hate mail. Well, here's the thing is I never get hate mail that's really long. It's usually very short. It's like kill yourself or I'm gonna make sure you lose everything, blah blah blah. It's always like a kid, usually almost always a kid, or a furry, and or both. Right. And I don't really understand like the correlation with the furry thing. I've never really understood the correlation there. I think it has something to do with autism. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I think people take online discourse very, very seriously when there's like mental health issues involved or mental illness involved, right? Whereas a normal person will be like, I don't like Cody. He's a dick bag. I hate him. And then that's the end of it for them, right? And it's like a football game. That's the end of it. But people that are suffering from like mental illness, it goes way deeper. They're like, I have to prove to everyone that I'm loyal and I'm passionate about hating this person, so much so that I want them legitimately to die. Right? It's like the filter, it's removed and it makes them go way harder into it. They go way harder and they want people to actually die. Right? Whereas the other person's like, I don't really care. It's just, I don't like them. Right? Lordy, Dapple darling, Lordy. Where is it at? Truth is, you got no skills, no real job, and you just make up stories to scam people. Scam people. I heard you got banned from the Game and Geek Expo in North Carolina because your so-called conservative rants made you too damn toxic. That's true. That's completely true. like that is literally why I got. This is literally why I got banned from that expo, 100%. So, like, this isn't untrue at all. It was because they thought I was a conservative. Now, no one will come out right and say that, but, like, if you can't say it, like, if you have zero reasoning behind it, you have no reason. Oh, we just decided no. Why? I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay. Where is that? You're nothing but a loudmouth who can't back up his big talk. And I don't even know how I'm supposed to back it up. You keep spreading lies about GameStop, acting like a hotshot racer and hiding your dirty past with your wife, and you might find out people aren't going to take it forever. They're coming for me. They're coming for me. It says, I'm fed up with your nonsense, and I'll do whatever it takes to get you fired from your racing gigs. Talking to sponsors, tracks, anyone who will listen to make sure you never touch a race car again. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. The one kind of nice thing is a lot of people, they get these emails all the time, and they almost never care about them. Ever. Right? Because if you have a social media presence, people out there are going to want you dead. You know what I'm saying? So they get these all the time. Now, I've had teams tell me they don't even, like, they've gotten emails before, and they're like, yeah, we don't care about cancel culture at all. Right? Because the allegations that people will throw at me, and the reason I say it's always probably kids is because they don't understand that the allegations that you're throwing at me would mean that I would likely have like a bunch of felonies in my past or something, right? Whereas I've never even been in trouble. You know, other than like my tag was expired a few years ago and I got a ticket for it. That's pretty much the extent of my like legal life. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, oh, you used to throw your ex-wife around like a football all the time. Where's the charge? There is none. It's totally fine. You know what I'm saying? They don't call out your accent. They're fake. Hey, Skytex, how you doing, baby? Real quick, Chai T says, with a $5 super chat, says, from Chai T, I've not even watched your GameStop videos, and I throw money at you because you're funny. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I love you. I love you. Thank you. All right. Let's finish this bad boy off. I'm going to get you fired from everything, blah, blah, blah. If you think you're safe behind your camera and your junky car, but you better watch your back. The world's not that big, and people are sick of your crap. Keep flapping your gums, and somebody might just make sure you regret it. That's not that bad. I've had people say they're going to beat me to death with baseball bats and shit. So this is pretty good. This is pretty timid. I think what this is boiled out of, where this came from, is the fact that probably what happened is someone literally they typed in Camelot 331, went to the closest forum they could get, went to the closest random rundown of any allegation that's ever existed, and was like, this is all true, and then just like wrote an email. Veiled threat confirmed. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's what this is all born out of. Because it's like the craziest shit. Stealing from the register. That's a new one, actually. That's actually a new one. I've never seen that one yet. That's the first time I've ever seen stealing from the register, which actually is kind of interesting. You'd think that would be the most normal allegation because, you know, but also you got to think to yourself, how would you just start stealing out of the register 11 years in? I waited 11 years to steal out of the register. Why'd I wait so long? You know what I'm saying? We need a sad music while you read. Is it this one? Is it that one? I can't hear it playing. Oh my God. It's hard to take some seriously who's you and your in place of actual words. I always cringe so hard at that. I always cringe so hard when people use you. It's like when I'm watching a TV show and they're like texting in the TV show and there's like a 40-year-old guy and he types you in the text to make it, I guess, more believable. And I'm like, people don't talk like that. It's like little kids, maybe, or people that are like hyper on Discord. You know? That's how it is, man. You don't say, oh, you're all fucking me now. You're all fucking me now. What is this I hear about you and Lolly? I'm coming after you, bro. Coming after you. Yeah, you think Guru? You think Guru stud? Yeah, dude, 100% man. You type too damn fast, man. Too damn fast. It's getting wild as hell up in here. But it only will get worse. That's my biggest takeaway and my biggest advice for anyone ever thinking about getting into content creation. You have to make sure that you're okay with people saying crazy shit all the time, because it will happen. And as soon as you ever strike a deal or a collab or anything with anybody anywhere on the planet, they're going to reach out to those people and try to get you removed from whatever you do. Right? That's what they're going to do immediately. So you got to be all right with that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Chris Olin with a $20 orange boy says, scam me harder, daddy. Oh, scam me harder, father, please. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my friend. Irikias, I see you over on damn YouTube, you wild boy. Or on Rumble, you wild boy. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, brother. Scam me harder. I noticed the amount of hate online. Dude, I know creators that have like 1,000 subs and 20 watchers, and they get that shit. It just gets worse the bigger you get. Now, I think the larger you get to a certain point, the volume just increases, and that's it. You know? And that's totally fine with me. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're 100 away from 250. Thank you, Chris. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, buddy. We're almost halfway to Naked Snake. A red boy on YouTube from the Rainbow YouTube Nut. Irikias on Rumble with a $100 Rumble rant. Says, my new visa got approved at least another 3 years. My coworker's putting up with my antics and my very loud voice in the office. Hell yeah, dude. You are a loud man. And I appreciate you. You're a bowstring, large, loud man. I appreciate you, Irikias, for your beautiful Rumble love. Maybe Rumble will start throwing the views this way. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Irikias. I love you, dude. I'm about to throw up. I'm really nauseated. Been nauseated all day. YouTube censor wouldn't let me include daddy. Sounds like bigotry to me. Sounds like bigotry to me. Oh my God. Since the Smash and Pisser stories have stopped, slowed, Cam is super tip. Yeah, dude. What's up? Now, to be completely fair, if anybody ever tries to get me canceled from anything, they use clips from years ago on my old like podcasts and stuff. Because that's the first thing you do. I mean, that's the one thing about comedians, bro. Like comedians, especially comedians that are popular, the reason they're popular is because they're so like kind of over the top with their bits. Because you have to be. I mean, the whole point is to be provocative as a comedian. You know, if you're telling jokes that are like, why the chicken cross the road, you're not going to get an audience. But if you talk about like crazy shit, like racism and stuff like that, you're going to get an audience. Because people want some real shit. And as soon as those people start getting acting gigs, you best believe everybody is sending them clips of them talking on podcasts and doing bits on specials and shit every day. That's what they do. They want you dead. And it really comes out of control. They think they have some kind of control because they're still used to, you know, 2016 to 2019, 2015, like social like environments where they can just make up shit and get you fired. And people would listen. And especially companies would listen. A random allegation, they'd fire you without any questions asked. And they started, as years roll by, those organizations started catching a lot of heat for just firing people over nothing. Remember the dude that landed a like a probe on an asteroid, and he wore an anime girl like Hawaiian shirt, and he got canceled for it, and he had to apologize tearfully that he wore that shirt. Isn't that insane? That's when it first started getting bad. It's kind of over now, luckily though. But it does happen. It still happens every day. Scaly One says, with $10, my boy, way to go, boy. You needed to have a signed pic to send as a reply. Thanks for the email. Loves and bruises. I might do that, but also I don't like to hit the nest. So people will say really stupid shit on Twitter, and I want to quote tweet them, but I never do because I don't want to piss them off anymore. Because look, dude, to be completely transparent with you, what they want is some sort of attention. Because the people emailing you, the people messaging you, they have like 4 followers, and they are just normal ass people that exist in the background. And it makes them literally like climax when someone they consider to have like a public persona responds to something they say. They freak the fuck out. No, Billy, I'm not. They freak the fuck out. Right? Thank you, Scaly. I love you, baby. He wore an Iago shirt. I can't say the word. I know what you're talking about. The face, yes. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Who gives a shit, right? Who cares? But you gotta pay. You gotta pay. You gotta pay, bro. Have some shekels, racer boy. With a purple boy on Rumble. Why is Rumble outpacing YouTube again? What is going on today? God. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that, dude. Says forgot to change the amount. Yay, beer. Thank you. I appreciate you, dude. I love you, man. I appreciate you. 174. There we are. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Irakias. Joe. Is that Joe Schmo? Did you change your name? Nah, you ain't got the will. You ain't got the blue will. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. No, I ain't no nervous fanboy. Yeah, that's just what happens, man. You just gotta get used to it. It's not a big deal. I think they're fun. You gotta have fun with them. But every now and then they scare people because all it takes is them to like email a normie, and the normies get spooked. They're like, "What is this? What is all this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's literally like a big fat ass lie." Like they're saying the most outrageous shit possible to try to get you like to hate me, right? That's the whole point. It's cancel culture. It's just individuals trying to do it instead of like public perception or people like with mass reporting online. Because it used to be the way, right? So back in the day, it was mass reporting online and social media. And then that stopped working because it just made the person more famous, right? So if you did that to somebody online, it just made them more famous. They would just get more money. So people stopped doing it. And it made the person that usually would start these things, usually it was terrible public perception. Like people on the left and right don't like cancel culture anymore. They all hate it. Everybody hates it, right? So the people that have always done it, like always sleuth, they still do it, and they just try to go after individuals. Like they try to email like individuals and try to get people like fired or in trouble. That's what they do, man. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's continue. Let's make music together. We're almost halfway to Naked Snake. Let's make sweet harmony. Oh, let's make music together, baby. All right. We got to talk about the FUBA. The FUBA. The FUBA. I'm in Twitter jail, but I'm already following him. Yeah, it messes with the YouTube algorithm. Yep. That's the point, man. That's the whole thing is to continue the algorithmic climb. I am doing a 24-hour stream and 1,000 memberships, and I'm only 300 away. I was 800 away a month ago. Now I'm only 300 away. 300 memberships away, boys, from the 24-hour show. Hell yeah. All right. Let's pull this up. So the FBI, we're going to talk about the FBI. This is a very interesting shit right here. I saw this and immediately chuckled. I chuckled hard, boys. I chuckled really hard at this. It's a lot of fun. I just watched All Dogs Go to Heaven with my niece. God, what a great movie. What a great movie, man. I love it, dude. 40 likes away from fat ass 200. Most people who try to cancel a person are terrible persons themselves. Well, I mean, I can lay out the psychology behind it. So most people, I feel like, can deal with this in a normal way. Like they'll just say, I hate you, like in a comment section, and that's fine. But like I said, people suffering from mental illness, they'll go a little harder because they think they're proving to themselves and everybody else that they are like a hero, right? Because when it comes to thinking somebody is either A, morally wrong, or B, on the wrong side of whatever belief system they have, they think you deserve to die. They want you dead. Completely dead, right? So the issue is they'll go online and they'll be like, they'll have their own hopes and dreams, right? Whether it's to be a content creator or get into like professional gaming or professional anything or acting or music or whatever, right? And they'll have these aspirations, but they don't know where to start, nor do they have the drive to really do it. So they'll go online and they'll scroll and they'll see people doing the things they want to do. And it forces them to have to basically when they see a post of somebody doing something they want to do, it's like a mirror. It's like they're scrolling and they see a mirror of their own failures. So they get ragingly pissed, like super pissed, right? And they, instead of being inspired or it driving them to go after what they want, they just freak the hell out. And they're like, the best option is to destroy this person. That's what they do. They'll see a picture of you and you're on stage with the guitar playing with your band. Like, yeah, I'm going to destroy this person because that's what I want to do. And when I see somebody else doing it, it reminds me I'm not doing it. Right? So that being said, I mean, shit, I've talked to people that are in bands before, and their haters or the trolls will email every venue that they're playing at. Down the list. They'll email 20 or 30 venues that these bands are going to play at and like make shit up to try to get them fired from the show. Same shit. It's the exact same shit, just a different industry, right? So what's up, Skate Tim? How you doing, buddy? Did you see the Good Boy horror movie trailer with the dog as the main star? I did, yes. I sure did. I don't remember. I tweeted about it the other day. I just don't remember what I said. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. But I doubt it, Freddie. I doubt it, Freddie. People leaving YouTube, Kayla. Well, I don't know. The age verification thing is probably not really affecting my channel much because my average demographic is in their 30s. I think it'll affect people like, I don't know, like creators that are adults, but they play children's games. It'll probably affect them, I would imagine. Right? So if you play like Roblox, for example, you might see your numbers dip a little bit because it's entirely children, right? So, Chris, I feel attacked. Well, stop then, bitch. You need to stop. Stop what you're doing right now, Chris. I'm sick of you. Sick of you doing shit. Comedy horror sounds like it should be a new genre. Well, it is a genre. Comedy horror is it totally is a genre. It's called, what do they call them? Dark comedies, maybe? I don't remember. What I do not like, though, Mick, what I absolutely detest is when a comedy horror movie is sold as a horror movie, like a pure horror movie, and then you see it and it's a comedy movie. And it kind of pisses me off. Now, look, I love comedy horror shit. Like Return of the Living Dead, fantastic, right? It's rooted in that. Evil Dead, same shit, right? Here's the thing. Yeah, Tucker and Dale, perfect example, Endless. But when you sell a movie as a pure, like the scariest movie of all time, and then it's a comedy, it pisses me off. So, for example, that movie Weapons, that is literally all over every single app all day. I can't scroll more than 3 posts without seeing an ad for Weapons talking about how it's the best movie ever in the history of time. So I went and saw it, and it's a comedy. It's not a fucking horror movie, and it pissed me off. And it's not that bad. It was all right. It was really slow during the second half, but it was all right. It was like a 6.5 out of 10. But if they sold it that way, I'd have probably liked it a little bit more. But it was pure. There was like two kind of horror-esque parts at the beginning of the film. And that was it. Then the rest was like a murder mystery and comedy. And it kind of annoyed me because it was quite literally the ads for the movie said scariest movie ever, Weapons. And it's not even scary at all. Not even a little, you know? It's just silly. It was all right, though. If I knew it was going to be like a comedy-esque movie, I would have probably been like, oh, this is pretty fun, yeah. You know? Because the entire theater was laughing half the time when I was watching it. The entire theater was like laughing. You know? I saw an ad for Weapons the other day, and it said the entire theater was screaming for a solid 3 minutes during this one scene. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. Fuck off, bro. Stop that shit right now. Screaming for 3 minutes? Fuck off, bro. That's so dumb. So silly. All right, boys. 320 until Naked Snake. 95 members until the member goal. 4 naked snakes from the overall 500 snakes in a row. We're almost there. 1 red boy on YouTube from the Rainbow Night. And halfway naked snake. All in one bundle. All right, let's continue, boys. Let's continue. Hey, Matthew says, the actress in it, I know you don't like her too much, but I clap her cheeks. She looks awful. I don't want to be mean. I think she looks like a witch. I do not even remotely find her attractive. And I don't know why, but it's like she woke up one day and she's like, what could I do to myself to make me look absolutely abhorrent? I'm going to get ramen noodle hair. So now she has like ramen noodle hair. Her hair looks like ramen noodles. And I'm like, why would you ever do this? It is the most atrocious hairstyle I have ever seen. And it's so unflattering on her, especially. You know what I'm saying? She looks like an angry ass librarian. And I'm like, why would you ever do this to yourself? God, she's rough looking. She's a great actress, though. Yeah, so. All Dogs Go to Heaven was my shit growing up. I feel so bad for the little girl because what her father did. Yeah, dude. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Well, Burt Reynolds apparently was recording his lines after she had already passed away when he was saying bye to her. It's pretty rough, man. It's pretty rough, dude. I like the librarian look. I do not. I don't like glasses on girls. I think it's awful. It's just a preference. I'm not saying like they're bad people. It makes them look, I don't know. I can't explain it. I've never liked it. I've just never liked the glasses look, man. You know? But that's just me. Anyways, I know when I worked for Walmart, I had a company card. Now, when I first started at Walmart, the company card was pretty loose. I could use it on a lot of things. Now, to be fair, I took the job pretty serious at first, and I didn't use it on anything other than gas and purchases that kind of pertain to my work. Well, unfortunately, some other guy has been caught by the FBI for doing God knows what with his company card. And it's surrounded around the idea of Pokemon. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not hating at all. I'm not trying to hate on you guys. I love you, actually. I love you all unconditionally. But adults that are violently into Pokemon freak me out a little. I'm sorry. There, I said it. Okay, forgive me. Forgive me for I have sinned. I just think it's a little weird. Look, I dug Pokemon when I was a kid. I think all of us, we did. You know, but when you're like 48 and you're collecting Pokemon cards, that's weird. Or like plushies, strange to me. You know, I don't know. Maybe, you know, it's like Beanie Babies, but even weirder, in my opinion. But this is what the FBI has to do instead of doing important stuff. You know, like the Epstein thing. Here's what they're doing instead. Make sure you guys like this, by the way. You know, so I don't get banned for life. Check this out right here. It says the FBI has caught someone spending $140,000 on Pokemon cards and video games with their company credit card. Damn. That's rough. It's so bad that the FBI went after my boy. Says the FBI catches a man spending $140,000 on Pokemon cards and video games with a company card. Damn, look how sad he made Pikachu. Look how sad he made Pikachu, bro. It says an Iowa man will spend some time behind bars after defrauding his employer for over $140,000 by using company credit cards on Pokemon cards and video games. 34-year-old Mitch William Gross. And that's what I'm talking about. 34-year-old man. And his last name is Gross. What a coincidence. I'm shocked. It's like fate. It's fate, I tell you. No, look. There's nothing gross about Pokemon cards. Like, it's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the last name's funny. Okay? Because gross. It's kind of a funny word to have as your name, Mr. Gross. But Mr. Gross done went too damn hard, and he stole too close to the sun. And now the FBI is going to have their way with his booty cheeks. It says he lives in Iowa, and he was sentenced August 15th to 4 months in federal prison. Imagine going to federal prison and getting all your pockets very thoroughly checked. Damn, Mr. Gross. I apologize, bro. That sucks. All for some damn Pokemon cards. He used fraud, and it wasn't very effective, apparently. According to the Department of Justice, he was also ordered to pay back $146,000 in restitution and will serve 3 years of supervised release once his sentencing ends. Imagine going to prison, and you're standing beside a guy that beat the life out of an old lady, okay? And he's like, what are you in for, Mr. Gross? And you're like, oh, I stole about 1 million Pokemon cards. It was hilarious. Damn, son. Damn, you can't even brag. Just lie and say you killed some people, you know? Just lie and say you killed some people. Prosecutor said that Gross defrauded his employer, Ron Transportation Corporation, by misusing company credit cards between September 21st and October 22nd. He did this in 1 year. In 1 year, he spent $140,000 on Pokemon cards. Think about that for just 1 second. Think about that for just one damn second, man. This is why people who win the lottery are bankrupt within a year. They'll win $100 million through the lottery, pay $50 in taxes, and then they'll be broke within a year because they just spend it all. Why? Why do these people do this, man? Pokemon cards? You couldn't think of anything else. You know what? I've changed my mind during this video. If you like Pokemon cards and you're above the age of 30, shame. Shame. We're going to make you walk naked, okay, through King's Landing because that's just shameful. You've been shamed. It says 4 months in prison for $140,000. Gross bought prepaid gift cards, Pokemon trading cards, and gaming items, then disguised the purchases as legitimate business expenses. Oh, okay. Ron, a leader in the transportation and logistics industry, has no ties to Pokemon. Well, that unfortunate. He has nothing to do with Pokemon. He just spent $140,000. Imagine your company is auditing your purchases and your expenses, right? And they're like looking through receipts and like, damn, $5,000 at the Quick Stop in Indiana. I wonder what that could be for. Damn, another $5,000 an hour later at another Quick Stop in Indiana. Wonder what that could be for. Totally legitimate purposes, I hope, right? I mean, what did he get? First class? He just flew first class every single day for an entire year. Court records show he submitted falsified receipts and deliberately mischaracterized fraudulent charges in order to conceal the scheme, bro. The FBI and Des Moines Police Department led the investigation. Federal officials noted that there is no parole in the federal system. This isn't the first case of Pokemon cards landing someone in prison. Earlier this year, a Singapore-based executive was jailed after tricking his CEO into giving him $500,000, which he later spent on Pokemon cards, iPads, vacations, and other luxuries. Well, apparently he tricked his CEO, so it sounds like a CEO's fault. But I digress. If you're just that into Pokemon cards, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, maybe check yourself into rehab because that sounds like a drug addiction at that point. You know what I'm saying? So looking at the comments for this is even more satisfying. So this right here says, When is the FBI going to look into Roblox and its content problem that's growing? Someone buying Pokemon cards isn't really an FBI issue. Well, apparently it is. This guy says, bro, how do you spend that much for Pokemon cards on a company card and think you won't get caught? Man, I don't know why people do it. You know, it seems like if you embezzle, you always get caught. The entire strategy should be do it in small amounts. But people just don't know how to do that. They can't control themselves. Bro risked it all thinking he'd get some insane cards to turn a profit. A plan so shit insane, I kind of respect it. Well, there's people I see all the time, and they'll be opening Magic cards on stream. And they'll be like, I spent $5,000 on Magic cards. And they open them, and they look up the worth of the cards, and they look at their profit like margin, basically. And they always lose money. And also, they don't intend on selling any of these anyway. You know, people always kind of use the excuse that the thing they're interested in, like their hobby or whatever, the reason that it's justified is because all this stuff is worth money and I can just sell it. But they never sell it. They will literally go bankrupt and won't pay their bills and lose everything, but they'll have their boxes of Pokemon cards. It's insane. What do you guys think? Come on. And I only sell sealed. I saw Boogie doing that the other day. He was opening Magic cards, and he was getting real pissed because his camera had autofocus on it or something. I don't know why people still use autofocus. I don't know why people don't know how to turn off autofocus, but hi. Here we are again. Helena celebrates 54 months of membership. He's probably a scalper and doesn't like Pokemon. That is very true. They're like lottery tickets, except I'm never going to sell my lottery ticket. Like, okay, think about that, Flightless. You get a lottery ticket, and it's a winner, $10 million. And then you're like, I'm never turning this in. But it's worth $10 million, but I'm never turning it in. Right? I doubt it. Oh, I doubt it. No, thank you. House full of valuable over time turns into trash. Yes, it does. It really, really does. 100%. 100%, dude. Let's see where we're at for the naked snook. The naked snook. The snook. You got a snook and a snatch. 179 out of 500 for the 497th naked snake in a row. One red boy from a rainbow night. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Hot diggity damn. Billy, they're hard. The super chats are so hard to keep up with because they're not on StreamYard. I have to find them manually. Oh, I did start it, though. I started. So it's right there. What are you in for gross? I stole $100K in Pokemon cards. Prisoner beats him down. Yeah, you deserve the beating. You know, you deserve the beating at that point for sure. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, exactly. The resale value will eventually crash. It always does. It's called girl math. If I spend $100 and pull a card worth $200, then I have $100 profit, always sitting on the shelf waiting for a spike that will never come. Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%, dude. It's like that. It's like that. That's how it be sometimes, bro. That's how it be sometimes. It's very, very unfortunate, but that is the world we live in currently. And that's why I call it the collectible community. It's so sad watching people get scammed by collectibles. Now, look, I'm not going to like knock what you're interested in. You know, people like shit. I'm not going to like say you're dumb. You know, I don't collect anything, but to watch people show up at a store to buy a Chinese made plastic statue of like a character they like, and they pay $300 for it. And I know for a fact that it's going to, if it stayed in that store for 6 months, it would clearance down to $20. That kind of sucks when you see that. For example, when I used to work at GameStop, we had a collectible section, and they still do now because the profit margin is so high. We would get these flimsy ass shitty statues of like Superman and Batman and shit. And we would put them in display cases. And sometimes people would buy them for $200, like $199. But we would have extra ones in the back that no one would buy. And they would go on clearance for like $20, man. Like no shit. $20. So the employees would just buy them. They're like, fuck it, I'll buy it. $20, you know? Freaking crazy. And these people paid $200 for that shit. And I'll go over to somebody's house and they'll have like 100 of those statues, and they probably spent 10 grand on them. And I know for a fact that those poor little bastards, you ain't gonna get $5 for them. You know? Damn, why Iowa? Why? Damn you, Iowa. Damn you. Thank you, MRT. I appreciate you. Oh my God. We're closing in on Naked Snake, boys. Damn, we've been live for a whole hour. This stream be flying by, boys. We're having a good time. 5 memberships in with Steph's 5 memberships that she gifted, and 184 in to Naked Snake, boys. I just still need to come up with a Rumble goal for people like Irikias and Joe. Is he talking about amiibos? No, I ain't talking about no damn amiibo. Fuck amiibo. I do remember the amiibo craze though. People just want stuff. It's all based around wanting what you can't have. Nintendo got really good at that for a while. Their marketing was so good when it came to making stuff scarce. They would intentionally make shit scarce so people obsessed over it. They are the masters of it, dude. Intimidator with $5 says, hey, Cody, hope you had a good weekend. Forgot to ask this when you were on last time, but what's the rest of your racing schedule look like? I have not announced it, but I do have a lot of stuff popping up. But I will announce it soon. But yeah, there's some stuff coming shortly. There's some stuff coming shortly. So thank you, Intimidator. I appreciate you. Some people are immune to it. Yes. Like me. Exactly. MA says, does anyone know where I can buy one of those FBI female body inspector hats that used to be everywhere back in the day? Yeah. That's fun if a girl wears it. If a guy wears it, it's weird, right? If a girl wears it, it's totally sexy. Oh, cool. Right? Guy wears it. Ooh, gross. Sadler says, one of my coworkers with a 10K month company card got fired and promptly went out and had himself a Walmart shopping spree before they turned his card off. They blocked Walmart from everyone after that. Hey, it's kind of nice. At least they didn't go after him legally. I know GameStop, bro, they would go after you so hard legally. They would destroy you. They would get you arrested. GameStop would unironically get you arrested. They would call the police on your ass. Hence why I didn't steal from the damn register. Because I would have been arrested. 2 people in my stores over the last 11 years where I was working got arrested for that. 2. So that's how I'm in. I did go nuts to get the Wolf Link amiibo, but I unboxed that shit and still love it forever. Hey, at least you love it. At least you love that little bastard. Coming near Carolina. I don't know. FOMO triggers people to buy it. Show does. FOMO does a lot to people, man. I'm glad it doesn't get me too bad. Billy says, Breath of the Wild still sells for $60 on eBay. Last time I checked, it's an okay game, and Pokemon sells for $120. Jesus. It's too much, man. Way too much. No, thank you. No, thank you. 15 likes from 200, boys. No, thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. $5 super chat, baby. That's your best choice. Well, chill, Mike. Walmart's all people know. I've talked to my friend about this. So some people can't get away from Walmart. I do not go in Walmart. Okay. Last time I went into a Walmart, it was because I had to buy pool salt and they were the only place open. So I went and bought pool salt and it was awful. But other than that, I'll go to the very, very least, I'll go to Kroger or something. Or I usually go to Costco for almost anything, though. But that being said, I've talked to my friends about this in the past. They will literally tell me every time they go to Walmart, like they have some kind of drama where like somebody yells at them, a lady's mean, they won't let them return stuff, they got robbed, they got shortchanged, they got stopped by security, just all kinds of shit. And I'm like, why do you still go to Walmart? And they're like, oh, because. And I'm like, what? What? What do you mean you still? Why? Why do you still do this? I don't understand why you keep doing it. Just don't go there. Chai T with a $2 super chat says, I'll not be judged for my horror plushes. Thank you. I'm judging you. I'm judging you, Chai T. You've been judged. You're being judged right now by the chat. I hope you know that. Never buy meat from Walmart. Yeah. Ugh. I buy meat from Costco. Now, the chicken from Costco is always gross for some reason, but I'll buy mountains of steaks like ribeyes. Red boy to a rainbow night on YouTube. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that'll get to someone say, oh my God, it's salty. It's fucking salty, bro. Salty. What's up, buddy? I hope you liked my joke in the chat earlier. I know it's no laughing matter, but I had to do it. Walmart sucks and is evil. The end. Yeah, dude. Oh no, Art. Oh, not the Molotov cocktail. 14 likes from 200. Dude, I have something in my nose. Oh my gosh. It's like a small hair. I just shaved today. And it's probably a freaking little tiny little shaved ass hair up in my brain. I'm not banned. That's a success story. I got banned from Walmart one time. This is a really stupid story, but I went to Walmart at like 2 a.m. and I was walking around Walmart. And when I was 16, like that's what we did because we were bored, right? So we go to Walmart at 2 a.m., you know, because it was kind of interesting to go into a store at 2 a.m. and it was like empty. It was fun. So we would go into Walmart at 2 a.m. all the time and just kind of walk around and just we would talk and converse. It was kind of like a weird hangout thing. So at any rate, one time I went into Walmart and it was 2 a.m. and I was walking down the cereal aisle and I got to the end of the cereal aisle and it was me and my cousin and we were just like talking about nothing. And I got to the end of the cereal aisle and a cereal box fell all the way at the other side of the aisle, like a box of Cheerios or some shit. Literally like 60 feet from me, fell off the like wall. And I turned back and I was like, oh, that's weird. And 10 seconds later, security like rushed my ass and grabbed me by my underarms. They were in like white polos and had little, it was AP, right? They had like little talk, like earpieces in. And they picked me up like I was a rag doll and drugged me out of the store and said I had to leave before they called the police. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I just left. It was really weird. And they said, don't come back. I was like, all right. That's literally the whole story. And I have to this day, I have no idea what they thought was happening. But I think they thought I knocked it off and was like running. I don't fucking know. So it was weird. It was very, very weird. All right, let's move on. Let's continue the show, boys. And let's have a good time tonight. Have a good time tonight. Everything on your mind is looking all right. It's the Power Original Beat Boy Traditional touching my penis. All right. 300. No, up 304 until Naked Snake. We're closing in, boys. We're closing in strong. Some people trade a religion for another. Eric, yeah, dude. What's up, Ashley? How you doing, baby? Is that vinyl pilled? Wisconsin. Says, good to see you, bud. I buy pretty much everything online. Mailman, UPS dude always gets cookies at Christmas because they're here every day. Yeah, dude. I straight up order everything. I even door dashed some pool salt one time, but I felt really bad, dude, because I ordered 15 bags of pool salt and they are 40 pounds a piece. And it was some like poor, like, you know, thicker lady that was forced to come up to my door and drop off 15 bags of pool salt. And I remember looking out there and she had like 4 by the time I looked and she was like dead. She was drenched and dead. And I was like, dude, I gotta. So I went out there and helped her. I was like, I'm not gonna make her do all this. It's crazy. It's crazy. I was like, damn, she's gonna die. You know, because I mean, just me, I'll carry 2 at a time up the stairs to my back deck to my pool. And by the time I get 10 up there, I'm like kind of gassed. And I'm a thick ass dude. You know, I got stamina. And I was winded. So I can't even imagine how that lady felt. Thank you, Vinyl. I appreciate you, dude. We are officially under 300. We're at $2.99 from Naked Snake. Look at that. 95 memberships from Goal and $2.99 from Naked Snook. Look at you, boys. You're making it happen. You're making it happen. Why are you carrying 15-pound bags of pool salt upstairs and your pool's at ground level? My pool is not at ground level. What the hell are you talking about? My pool is on my second floor. But my backyard is level to my second floor. But there's like a giant drop off from my deck that goes down like, I guess a whole story, I guess, to my driveway and my garage. Hey, Daniel Robertson, my boy. What's up, buddy? Daniel says, man, I collected Transformers, but it's because I've been a fan since I was like literally 4. I have close to 140 figures. My God. My God. Well, here's the thing, Daniel. It depends, right? So if you're living within your means, that's fine. The kind of what I allude to when I see things like that is I'll have friends that literally are struggling to survive and they're spending every last dollar on like pop figures and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, what are you doing? You know, it's spooky. That's what I mean. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you. Thank you, Daniel Robinson. Appreciate you, bro. That's one hell of a collection. I used to collect Gundam figurines, but it was the ones where I built them. You know, what's up, Fart Star Lover? I used to do the models and I'd paint them and shit. And I had like 6, and then I was like, yeah, I'm never doing that again because they are hard. It was time consuming, and the allure of building them like kind of wore off, and I was like, that's fun. You know, I got done with it. So. Don't lie, you can't build anything. Ashley, why did you come into the stream roasting me? The fuck? What's wrong with you, Ashley? Just right into the stream roasting me. It's like MA. Just roast me all day. Mean as fuck. Joe on Rumble with a $20 Rumble rant. Is it bad that I collect poos and bows? Poos and bows? You mean guns and bows? That's cool. I mean, I don't collect them, but I have like 6 or 7. I have 5 or I have 6. I have 6 guns. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you. Over on the Rumbly. 2 peas in a pod. 2 roaster ass bitch. 2 mean ass women. I adore you, but you're mean. You can't read the instructions. That's true. That is true, Vinyl. You are right about that. All right, let's pull up this video. I want to check out real quick. Be ready for the apocalypse? Nah. So when it comes to like prepping, there's not enough ammo. You know what I'm saying? So I would probably last 3 days before I was overran in the apocalypse. I feel like everybody thinks that they're going to survive the zombie apocalypse, but I don't think so. Like I have probably a couple hundred rounds of 5.56. Like 100 rounds of like 9, 50 rounds of 38 special, and that's it. Oh, and like 2 boxes of 12 gauge. I'm not gonna last very long. Now, granted, if I had thousands of rounds, maybe I'd last longer, but still, you know, you'd have to board everything up, and also I would need provisions eventually. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead. I'm fucking dead, bro. So, but I don't have the money to, dude. I kind of wish I would have bought rounds when I was 18. I got my first AR when I was 18, and I should have just, because you could buy a box for like $9, like a box of 50 for $9.99 when I was 18. I think, from what I remember. And now it's been a while, but last time I went to get 5.56 rounds, it was like $29 for a box or something. That's just too much now. Can't wait for the mothership to get here, Glenn. Did you guys hear about that stupid shit? There's apparently an alien mothership that's just heading towards Earth. And I'm like, okay. All right. Okay. Ammo does expire, Brian, but is it like quick? I feel like they last a little while, yeah. I know I used to have a Mosin Nagant. I don't know how you pronounce it. But I had a lot of rounds for that, and it was old as fuck. And I blew off all them rounds. Shot them all. Shot them all. Get them alien girls. Hell yeah, dude. I hope the aliens are attractive for sure, for sure. All right, let's pull this video. I would love to play Apocalypse. I don't know about me. I don't know about me. At least, hopefully the aliens have 4 titties. At least there's that. All right, boys. Let's get involved in the Hassan Piker stuff. Hassan Piker, who wishes death on everybody around him, and Twitch is totally cool with it. We'll pull up Rev because I love Rev. Rev's always got the knowledge that we need. There was some drama with Rich from Review Tech. I did not look at it too in depth, but like Rich was super chatting 8-Bit Eric, and then 8-Bit Eric said some shit, and Rich got real sad. It looked sad I didn't listen to it, but I saw the thumbnail. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, man. I think Rich he enjoys the drama, you know. Some people enjoy that shit. I don't enjoy it. So, but I think some people just really enjoy to like kick the nest all the time, you know, because otherwise, like, you don't have anything going on. So I kind of get that, but I don't feel like doing it. What if aliens sent scouts ahead in the disguise of furries? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no.
Hey, what's guys, here. So today we're going to be talking about Hassan Piker once again. At this point, he's pretty much speed running his own demise. We're going to be looking at the reaction.
When he says own demise, I am fully convinced that Hassan Piker will never have to worry about anything. Hassan Piker literally wishes death on people all the time, and no one cares. So I don't really see anything happening there.
To the clip we covered in yesterday's video. That is, of course, a clip from a recent Hassan Piker stream where he made some controversial and, quite frankly, alarming comments about Hila Klein, which is Ethan Klein's wife. So we're going to be looking at Hassan's reaction to the backlash he's receiving, and his reaction is very predictable. He's deflecting blame onto other people, including what he describes as slop tubers and other people like Asmongold. And he's also making himself the victim of this situation as he calls for other people to be banned for threatening people's lives. And then we're going to look at a very interesting segment from Ethan Klein. And
Hassan's like a hyper effeminate, so of course he's going to act like a victim in every single chance he can get, right? 100%. I shot a sniper rifle once and it wasn't that bad. I've shot a Barrett, like a 50 cal sniper at a range when I was younger, and it was pretty cool. So I've shot pretty much everything. I even shot a 410 round, like snake shot out of a Judge, and all the BBs bounced back and hit me in the face.
Recent H3 podcast episodes where he shares a growing collection of clips showing Hassan Piker as a creep. Someone who can't keep intimate photos of other women on his phone private, where he keeps accidentally letting other people see them. Yeah, we'll get into all that in just a second, but you can see this post from Ethan Klein mocking his current situation, saying Hassan Piker might be cooked, with his infamous bathtub photo from his recent GQ interview, that big puff piece. Now, the only clip you have to really revisit is the one that we covered yesterday.
Is he talking about does Hassan Piker show nudes to people of girls? That would be really strange. Right? I'm pretty sure it's illegal. Right? I mean, look at like Nick's situation. Pretty sure that's illegal. Can't do that. As far as I know, you know, maybe it's state by state, but it does sound like something Hassan would do. A lot of people do that. You'll notice a lot of these weird, like, leftist commentators are always like collecting nudes, like Pokemon cards, from their viewers and then showing them to people. And I'm like, does that make you feel like masculine? I don't know. It makes me feel weird.
Additional context in case you forgot or you didn't see it. This is the clip that got him in a lot of trouble right now.
Doesn't matter if they're the Al-Aqsa Brigade. Doesn't matter if they're a part of the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Doesn't matter if they're DFLP, PFLP, or even former Fatah militants. Okay? It is perfectly legal, perfectly valid, and perfectly moral. Okay? 100%. This is not like this is not a gray area. This is black and white. Okay? It doesn't get more black and white than this. Israel's in the wrong. Israel is actually engaging in an apartheid, which is a crime in and of itself. Israel's doing a genocide in Gaza and an apartheid in the West Bank. 2 crimes in and of itself. And every type of armed resistance.
Is this like this is Hassan's entire content, right? Just talking about this conflict, right? As far as I've gathered.
Against both the settlers and also the Israeli occupying force in the West Bank. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters like Wife that participate in these raids. The violence that the Palestinians engage in an act of resistance against this illegal occupying force is literally legal, definitionally legal. Okay? It's just the truth.
So this clip went viral yesterday, and a lot of people were talking about it, including a lot of content creators. And I think the general consensus is that people look at what he's saying, and given his radicalized audience, it's like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge, where he's trying to give them the impression, or they might get the impression, that he's saying it's morally and legally okay to treat people like Ela Klein as a valid military target, which is absolutely insane. And if anyone acts on that, I hope everyone involved in this faces consequences, because
they won't. They definitely won't. There's somebody like Hassan never faces consequences for anything he has ever done, probably. Other than Twitch will do like they'll ban him for like 3 days when he goes on vacation just to keep up appearances. But that's what he wants. I mean, Hassan's one of those guys that wants people to die, right? Now, I also hold the opinion that he doesn't believe anything he says either, right? He has to say whatever he has to say because he holds that portion of the internet, right? So he holds that demographic. So he has to continue saying these things forever and go as hard as possible. So he appears in the news cycles every day. You know, I'm pretty sure every marketing or management company that represents any of these creators, they instruct them to do this, because the best thing you can do is stay in the news cycle 24/7 because it bolsters your views, right? Even if people don't like you, they'll hate watch you. It doesn't matter, right? So Helena says, "What's Ricada up to these days?" I talked to him on the phone for like an hour the other night. He's just chilling, just living life, man. Living life like we always do. Art says he does zero research, admittedly, and says controversial things for money. Also, water is wet. 100%. 100%, man. 100%. Speaking of the grift, we are 294 from Naked Snake. Mick says, did you hear Asmongold and Hassan share the same management company? I'm not surprised. Look, I mean, you're going to see the same 5 to 6 creators in the news cycle every single day. And it's because their management company understands how, you know, I guess notoriety works or attention works. You know, I mean, you'll see a YouTuber or a Twitch creator or a TikToker come out of absolute nowhere. Like literally they come out of nowhere, like the shadows, and they're like the biggest creator in the world because they are an industry plant. They have some family or something that is loosely related to these people, or in Hollywood, and they film them going out and doing whatever they think will work. And that's why you'll see creators coming out doing the exact same weird skits at the same time and trying to get them to go viral. And then they'll pay different, you know, social media platforms on Facebook and on X. They'll pay them to post and try to make clips go viral. The first one that comes to mind is IShowSpeed, right? There was like a 2-month period or 3-month period last year, or maybe this year, I don't remember, where the same 3 accounts or 4 accounts were posting IShowSpeed clips of somebody calling him like a slur in China, or somebody like spitting on him in another country, or him doing a backflip in another country, or him being on a bus and people calling him slurs in another country. And it's like, it was every day, like 20 times a day. All these accounts were just posting IShowSpeed clips just all day. So I think it's definitely easily considered a management tactic. For negative PR is still PR at the end of the day. Billy, I don't think I'd be able to stand watching Hassan. He's more annoying than NA YouTubers. His voice, and I'm not trying to be that guy that's like, I don't like his voice, but his voice is so whiny 100% of the time that it puts me in a negative mood, right? It's like if you are dating a girl and she's like really whiny and nonstop 24/7, that's not optimal for me. Now it may be for other people, but for me, that just will make my head hurt. If somebody's just whining, and you can tell it's in the tone, right? It's like this whiny tone. What it reminds me of is the Korean language. So if you've ever watched Korean like movies or TV shows, when somebody's being like really pathetic, I don't understand how it works, but it somehow reflects in the language. And like somebody will be like stern and they're speaking, you know, Korean. And then the other person that's panicking is like, they have like these inflections on the end of their words where they're like, oh, ooh, when they're like being pathetic and crying. Right. And that's like the same kind of like tone, but it's in English. It's like this, like really whiny, like bitchy, everything that's being said at the end of like a sentence is like really whiny, really, really whiny. right? It's hard to say. It's like the Valley Girl thing, right? Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, Billy. I love you. Love you, Billy. Appreciate you, Billy. Now, I don't know anything about Korean, like the language, so I might be talking out of my ass. That's just kind of what I've noticed if I watch like movies. I think the only people that watch them literally have mental problems, and we just have a large epidemic in the U.S. Well, sure. There is a really huge epidemic of mental illness, and it's completely unchecked right now. And I don't really know how you fix it now, but the advent of social media has made it so much worse. So those people have zero filter, and they will just, instead of, them kind of maybe acting that way around their friends or maybe just doing it by themselves, now they have an outlet to try to like wish death on other people and like use that. It's like their outlet is social media, and they hyperfixate on creators and they try to get creators killed. Are your random friends that have no online presence getting swatted? No, creators are getting swatted, right? And what they want to happen during a swatting is they want the police to break your door down and shoot you. That's what they want. They want you dead. They don't want to just do it for funny, for the memes. They were hoping and praying that the police break your door down and shoot you, like by mistake. That's what they want. And it has happened in the past.
This is absolutely reckless speech right here. And of course, we know Twitch is not going to do anything. We know Dan Clancy is not going to do anything to his golden boy. But there is something interesting going on where I think Hassan Piker is really feeling the heat on this one. Just because he's not banned on Twitch doesn't mean he's not cognizant of all the backlash he's getting. He's getting very defensive and even a little bit offensive. He's trying to actually go after other people. This is one of his initial reactions. We're on multiple platforms. He started going after Destiny, trying to get him deplatformed on YouTube, where he's sharing comments here where Destiny says, I honestly think you could perfectly justify attacking / game ending Hassan IRL for statements like this. So right off of a controversy he's facing where he's being accused of kind of giving people the impression they can go after Ela Klein as a valid military target, he then turns around and tries to get Destiny banned on YouTube because he now feels like his life is being threatened.
Well, that's the thing is, that actually rolls perfectly into what I was saying earlier. And the reason people try to get you canceled, and the reason they usually occupy the left, I think it's a mentality thing. I think it's just a way people like probably their mind probably works, if left versus right. People on the left tend to think that they are morally correct. Like most of their belief structure is based around morals. Like very surface level emotion morals, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's where the thought process comes from. And people on the right tend to be more, it still can be morally based, but it's more a logical. They try to use like a logical answer to solve problems instead of just like crying and saying, give people things. And I know I'm being a little biased there, but you kind of understand what I'm saying, right? Somebody could probably explain it better, but that's why they feel that it's okay to want you dead, because you having a different opinion is an attack on them, right? So a simple disagreement should result in death based on their moral view, because morally it's better if you're dead, because their entire thought process is based in moral, right? So that being said, you being dead is actually for the greater good, right? Whereas generally speaking, people on the right, they're like, well, I don't want you dead, but I don't agree with your stance on this thing. People on the left are like, oh, you disagree with my stance? That means you don't want equal rights, meaning if you died, it would be better progress for everybody. So that's why I think everybody that tends to want to cancel you is always occupying the left in some shape or form, because they think you dying or being canceled is actually for the greater good. It's a good thing, right? Whereas people on the right tend to say, well, we actually want open dialogue, so we don't want you canceled. Now, obviously, there's examples of both of these things existing in both realms, but I think it's more focused on the left if we like kind of break it down. Because when cancel culture was happening, it was 100% based on the left, right? When cancel culture was at its max, where literally anybody could email anybody at any time with a random accusation and get anybody they wanted fired. It was always based in like leftist things, right? It was always like it was so bad back in the day that you could just post on your personal Facebook like a conservative viewpoint, and you would get fired from your job because somebody at your work will see it and they'll screenshot it and send it to HR. and you will get fired for that. Back in the day, now that's gone now, but it was real bad. Now people have to make up some crazy shit. Like the email we read earlier, people will just make up the most insane shit possible to try to get you fired. And they'll email it to everybody they can. And generally speaking, they probably occupy the left. Now, that being said, they're also usually children, and I feel like most children kind of occupy the left until they're like in their mid-teens. I think it's weirdly enough, the poll is starting to shift conservative for the first time in a long time. I know I was. When I was a teenager, I was on the left because I was a teenager, and I unironically thought the left wanted to help people and the right wanted people like to be poor because I was literally a kid. Then you get older, you start paying taxes, you start understanding how all that works, you start looking into things, and you start understanding that everything's kind of fucked all around. And there's a lot of nuance just bouncing around, and no one wants you rich. No one wants you rich. No side wants that bullshit. So, yeah, but people now having access to social media, kids, instead of just disagreeing, they'll try to get everybody fired. That's what they want. That's indoctrination. Sure, yeah. And I'm not afraid to say it. Yeah, my parents told me, well, my dad told me that. My dad told me when I was growing up that Democrats cared about people and Republicans only cared about money. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. How do they have any support when I was a kid, you know? And then I get older and I'm like, well, it's not actually that cut and dry at all. It's just conservatives will speak in terms of financial like issues from a real point. And everybody else is just like, give me shit. We need infinite free programs all around the board for everybody, right? And I think that's where the weird, like, almost the mirage of everything being morally just on that side comes from. Now, obviously, my dad has since completely changed. And I think it's just due to the nature of the world, but my dad's not even remotely a leftist anymore. My dad's kind of like everything's nuanced, just like I am, right? It's weird. So I'm pretty sure my dad was kind of pulling for Trump the second time around. And I think he kind of liked him the first time around, but the second time around, he was definitely pulling for him. Billy Hatcher with another $5 super chat, slowly crawling towards that naked snake. Slowly crawling on our bellies to this naked snake. Says, I think collectivists shout are far-right feminists considering they hate LGBT content since they also went after that kind of content. Everything's kind of weird right now. Thank you, Billy, by the way. There's people are starting to like mesh the lines. Like it's starting to be harder to identify because 7 years ago, roughly 5, 6, 7 years ago, being on the left meant that for women anyway, it meant, considering, feminist thoughts, it was equality for women and we should be able to do anything. And also I should be able to just go shirtless if I want to, just like men, no one should care, blah, blah, blah. Right. And then it went so far into that direction where now it's bad for women to show their skin and it's objectifying and it's wrong. So those like women that occupy that space now hate women that are attractive and wear bikinis. And they think that they're gross and appealing to like unrealistic body standards and just inflaming that entire like thought process. And it's becoming more based for women to show skin. Whereas conservatively, that would be like a no-go, 10 years ago, right? So everything's getting real weird. Like every 5 years, everything's flip-flopping. It's like, oh, we want to be naked. And also we don't want to be naked at all. You know what I'm saying? It's very strange. It's very strange. It's gone so far to where it's like, oh, now we think that, you should cover up as much as possible. Like that's how far the left has kind of like started occupying that space. It's like, well, yeah, we want to be covered up as much as possible now, right? Whereas so much so that they kind of support like the Middle Eastern idea, and it's very strange how we got to that point. As far as a Western country, the goth community is saturated in bad boobies. I'm all about it. Fuck yeah, let's go. I'm all about big titties. What's up, Anus? How you doing, baby? We all want to be naked all the time. All the time. Everyone knows that TDS is an STD. Well, Boog. So I think what it is you're right in your meme because men that are kind of I don't want to say beta because I feel like that's way overused, but men that are kind of not as successful with women, they will change their entire political and social viewpoints to match their girlfriend as long as they get to have sex with them. So technically, it is an STD. You know, very interesting. Anus says, "Solid Snake, is that you?" It's me, Snake, Naked Snake. It's time to get naked. We're 284 from Naked Snake. Make sure you jump on board. One red boy till a rainbow night, by the way. On the YouTubes. What's up, Tiffany? How you doing with me? Hell the nose poop. All right, here we go. Beta. Beta. I love that guy. What is it, Jesse Lee Peterson? Beta. Oh my God.
Irony is unbelievable. And he would talk about this in a stream yesterday where you can really see he's kind of defeated. He does not look like he's in a very good mood. He's not liking the backlash he's facing right now. And in a stunning fashion, and really not stunning, it's Hassan Piker, let's be real, he somehow turns himself into the victim of this situation after his comments about Hila Klein.
Well, I don't know if you noticed this, but the terminally online gossip slop entertainment is being used as a vehicle to try to deplatform me for doing exactly that. And not only that, but also it has led to people issuing active death threats to their communities against me. So I think it's a little bit different than just like immature online gossip slop. At what point does it turn into like a real crime? I think this is the point.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, dude, I get death threats all the time and I don't give a damn. I read them live because I think they're funny. And Mr. Hassan Piker's like, "You're getting death threats. It's a crime. They're trying to deplatform me." No one's trying to deplatform your ass. You're literally best friends with the CEO. You are not going anywhere. Unless the CEO is voted off the board or some shit or paid to step down. Then you might be fooked. Because if somebody comes in that's a little bit based, your ass is grass. You know what I'm saying? So let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope the CEO does not step down. If that happens, yeah, you best believe Hassan Piker's going to be the first one to go. They're going to make a damn an example out of his ass. Like the stream. Anus says, "I have a gamer theory that Hassan isn't even a leftist because he actually tells people to create from the leftist perspective because there is more money in it. This guy couldn't be any less genuine." Oh my gosh. If you would have joined 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago, I literally gave that theory. I said, I don't believe Hassan actually believes anything he says. I think it's all an act and all a character because he kind of has to, because that's the demographic he holds, right? So he has to be this character and say these things that he probably doesn't believe. And to be fair, it can be argued that his worldview wouldn't allow him to exist anyway, right? I mean, he buys supercars and shit. You buying supercars, bro, you're not a fucking socialist. You know what I'm saying? But then they argue, well, I believe in a socialist society where you can buy supercars. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. You want to be the guy that is the one person that gets the money. You know? Like you want to be one of the guys that live in the capital city, right? You want to live in the capital city in Hunger Games, right? You're gonna be one of those, you're gonna be an entertainer in the capital city. You're gonna be the presenter that talks to all the people that are going in the games, all the kids that are picked. Woo, here I am. It's Hassan Piker. Yeah, give me that Ferrari, right? That's the kind of dystopian fucking future you want. I legitimately would watch 4 hours of Cody reading graphic but humorous and elaborate death threats. I still prefer the one where the guy said he was going to put his fingers inside me or something. I don't remember what it was about, but something like that. You know, Kylie Golf. What's up, dude? Hunger Games. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hunger Games. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am Lord. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where it has turned into a real crime. Will you consider it to be something beyond online gossip slop when I either get deplatformed or when I get killed, potentially, by a psychotic cult fan? I mean,
keep in mind, none of Hassan Piker's fans are definitely psychotic cult fans. And also, he has definitely never called for the death of anybody ever in history. My poor little guy. Poor little Hassan Piker. Look at him. He's so sad with his little glasses. He's so sad with his little glasses. Got a little thing behind him that says Hassan Piker right on it with him riding a motorcycle. He got guns and shit. Oh, poor Hassan Piker. Got a Hassan B right here. Got all his stuff that inflates his ego and helps cure his narcissistic traits, having all of his name stuff behind him. Oh.
That's a death threat. If I can't be upset about an active death threat, what can I be upset about if an active death threat is considered gossip slop online?
You know what? It's almost impressive that somehow he can twist around to the point where he's the victim of this situation. Leave it to Hassan Piker to somehow make it all about him and take all the accountability away and just make himself the victim of his own self-created situation.
Or Hassan Piker. Will somebody think about the Pikers? Will somebody think about the Hassans? But think about the Hassans. What's up, Lumi? Lumi.
And the thing that's really funny about this is he's going to go out and try to clarify things, but the stream that the initial clip came from was from like 5 days ago. So he felt no need to correct the record, no need to make further comment until he got backlash. And now all of a sudden, he's just this poor downtrodden guy who's just getting blasted by these evil, awful people on social media. And of course, just like anything else that happens in his life, who does he bring up next? Of course, it's Asmongold. His Asmongold derangement syndrome is through the roof. And of course, Asmongold would react to the situation just like how Hassan reacts to everything.
I feel like Hassan can easily dunk on Asmongold by just not saying anything. Hassan's in good shape. He's relatively well kempt. You know, that's all you got to do to beat Asmongold. But no, he has to get completely roped in and completely boofed. Boofed, I tell you. Anus with a $5. I'm getting freaking super chats from Anus. That's how you know I'm real deal. I'm like legit now. Legit. Anus says prayers for Hassan. Hashtag the victims of his own making. Oh, he. What is the phrase? Damn. Well, if it's not the consequences of my own actions. Thank you, Anus. Love you. I love you, Anus. We're so close to halfway to Naked Snake, boys. And one red boy from a rainbow night on the YouTube side. All right.
Thing Asmongold does. It's a back and forth. But basically, during all of this, Asmongold makes a very simple point. If something happens to Hila in real life, everyone involved should be in trouble. And also, they should consider contacting the FBI before anything like that actually transpires in real life. And he gets very angry about this and makes some very clearly upset comments about Asmongold. His jimmies have been rustled, ladies and gentlemen.
That's crazy. It is what it is, I guess.
Another
Resistance
day.
against this illegal occupying force is literally legal, definitionally legal. Okay? It's just the truth. And
no, it's not. If somebody attacks Hila Klein, they're going to go to jail. Why would he be set? What is wrong with you? Do you think he'll get banned for this? At this point, I don't think so. I think that Twitch just doesn't care. I do. I think that Twitch they're so ideologically captured by...
Yeah, Twitch is so woke. That's why they fucking never ban your bitch ass, dude.
Besides the immense levels of coping and...
Your bitch ass. Hassan's got that... Hassan reminds me of a 16-year-old, but he's like 40 or something. Right? That's what the funny thing about he talks like a 16-year-old valley girl. Right? The last time I was called a bitch ass was literally by a 20-year-old valley girl. That's what she called me, a bitch ass, all the time. And that's literally what Hassan says. And he's like a 40-year-old man. Bitch ass. Damn bitch ass. How could you? Get Luminous and Anus on a CAMELCAST? Hell yeah. I'm all about it. I'm just bad at scheduling shit. I should do that very soon, though. I'll have 2 VTubers on. 2 VTubers. All right.
Seething and redirection and name calling and anything but actually addressing any of the points that Asmon and other people are making. You also see this claim about, once again, these raids that Hila Klein went on when she was in the IDF, which again is a requirement. When you turn 18 as an Israeli citizen, you have to join the IDF. But we've seen a lot of conversation about that, including from some of his orbiters like Noah Samson, who is saying that Hila Klein volunteered to join IDF terrorist raids on a legally occupied West Bank. What? Do you have proof of this? Like also implying multiple raids. So you're claiming with no evidence that
somebody said get DSP on. I messaged DSP years ago, and I think he responded and said he didn't do shows or something or podcast. But that was a long time ago. I didn't even know who he was. I just remember people saying DSP. And I was like, oh, yeah. I don't have a hate boner for DSP. I think he's funny. Like when he gets angry at people for giving him money. I think that's so. I think he's like. I don't know if he's smart enough to be playing a character, but I mean, to survive this long, online, I think it is kind of funny. He has to know a little bit of what he's doing. It has to be intentional, right? Anus probably knows way more than me about DSP, though.
She wanted multiple terrorist raids. You can just say anything at this point. These people have absolutely no reason to ever tell the truth because their audience just gobbles up whatever they say. But the context of this conversation is a funny one because a lot of people in Hassan's orbit, they've been saying over and over again that Hila Klein, when she was 18, should have refused to serve and went to prison. That would have been the only ethical thing to do. And people point out, a lot of you guys live in the United States. You think the United States is this horrible war machine and you pay your taxes. And this guy's logic for paying his taxes and not sacrificing himself and being a hypocrite is that Hila Klein volunteered, which she didn't volunteer, and he has no proof about these raids. And then he says he doesn't have a choice to pay his taxes. Buddy, you do. It's the exact same thing. You would just go to prison. You'd have to sacrifice.
Everybody is always like, someone else should do something insane to prove their loyalty to me. It's like, I don't want to prove my loyalty to you. I don't even know you. You should just go to prison and prove your loyalty to random people online. No, thank you. Charitard says before anybody game overs anybody, Hassan still has to take on the Candy Man in real life. When is that going to happen? How have you not? How has somebody not offered $1 million or more for Hassan Piker to get in the ring with Sam Hyde? Like, how? How has that not happened? God, I feel like that. I would rather watch that than Mike Tyson and that other guy, Jake Paul or whatever. I would rather watch Hassan Piker and Sam Hyde box. I would actually pay for it. I would pay for the pay-per-view just to see it. I think that'd be great. Isn't that the dumb guy who didn't fight LA Beast? Who, Hassan Piker? I don't think so. Who was it that didn't fight the LA Beast? I don't remember. But yeah, I'd watch that. I remember LA Beast pulling out of the whole deal. Thank you, Charitard. Love you. I love you, Charitard. $2.75 from Naked Snake. All right.
To actually uphold your own beliefs that you're putting onto other people to judge them. But anyways, this clip really got me. This is really the insanity of Hassan Piker. He is, again, you can tell he's a little down in the dumps. And he's basically saying, I don't know what to do because all these clips of me saying stupid things are being elevated by slop tubers and Asmongold. And these people are monstrous sociopaths.
Are you worried? No.
But he just said he was talking about getting deplatformed or killed. And then they're like, are you worried? And he's like, no. Well, apparently he's not worried. It's all good. Billy with a $10 super chat says Hassan can't be canceled at all. That's impossible. It'll never happen. Also, you have 3 VTubers on your channel. 3. Oh, you're in my chat right now. Anus, Lumi. Who else? Don't say Ginger. He's not a real one. Anus says Gundo is my DSP hookup. He's the reason I have this problem. Oh my god.
Not really.
Rosa, yes.
What can I do?
I thought you meant in the chat.
What can I do? There's nothing I can do. It is what it is.
It is what it is. My man's
I do think that it's gotten worse over time and will only continue to be elevated by Asmongold and many other people like this who are just like awful, monstrous sociopaths.
Yes, it's the people reacting to your clips that are the monstrous sociopaths in this situation.
If Hassan believes what he actually says here, and my man has got the self-reflection of like a chicken that stares up at the rain and drowns, right?
You know what? The funny thing is, he's just saying that they're elevating his clips. They're not manipulating anything. These people are just reacting to the clips. Like, if you don't like people reacting to stupid things you're saying publicly, then don't say stupid things publicly. Like, expect that to happen as someone with 20 to 30,000 live viewers on the average stream. And let's not forget about the monstrous sociopaths. This is the guy who says he doesn't have an issue with Hezbollah, a designated foreign terrorist organization, that he praises Yemen Houthis for seizing civilian ships. He's interviewed and platformed terrorists. He said that America deserved 9/11. And most recently, he had this very aggressive rhetoric that really lines up with the narrative people are making that this guy is okay with violence against people he does not agree with politically.
7-4 Bellevue Drive, and I'm gonna kill you with my AR-15. Like, that's the type of messages they were leaving in this dude's office, and he's resigning. So I think that people are a lot more radical now. This is a time, is an unprecedented time to really get others on board, to explain to them that it's not your neighbors, it's not like a Guatemalan migrant that is responsible for all the shit that you're going through on a daily basis. You know, it's your neighbors, your bosses are fucking you over, it's how others are fucking you over. And I think this is a unique opportunity to get even Deborah's and Barba's on board with that, like White Wymon's. And you actually wrote about this, and it was a great video where you talked about, you know, someone has to do it. See, when I say that, everyone knows exactly what I mean. I think that shows that there's a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, and untapped revolutionary potential, as a matter of fact. And it's a great opportunity for organizing, I think, in these unprecedentedly horrible times.
Yeah, the monstrous sociopaths like
the unprecedented horrible times that's making Hassan more rich. Thank you, MA, for the turkey lore. Was not aware. What's up, Promise? How you doing, buddy? But he'll never do it himself. Well, no, of course not. The entire, now look, I'm going to generalize it a little bit, but I feel like from my perspective, the entire like leftist strategy is everyone needs to sacrifice everything and themselves for everybody else, but not me though. Right. Especially leftist commentators, you know, people that have like leftist millionaires. They're always like, everybody needs to sacrifice everything. Just sacrifice everything to help other people. And it's like, okay, well, how about you do that? And they're like, well, not me though. I mean, people that make over what I make, right? You know, they're always like, it reminds me of that news clip. It might have been on Fox. It might have been on CNN. I don't remember. It's like 6 years old or 7 years old. It's where a lady was saying that billionaires need to pay like 98% income tax. And it was on Tucker Carlson, I think. But it was when he was still on Fox, maybe. I don't remember. But there was a lady, and she was like, people should, you know, these people should give, you know, more. They should give more. They don't need all that money. And he's like, do you give more? He's like, you're wealthy. Do you give more? Right? And he's like, you can actually just give more on taxes if you want to. Like there's a form where you can just give more money to the government if you want to, like donate it to the government. And she's like, well, we're not talking about me. We're talking about other people. So their stance always increases every time somebody on the left that's like a commentator or a content creator, once they get money, the bar is increased for the people making just a little bit more than them. They need to pay, right? So it's like people will say millionaires, like with an M, millionaires need to pay more. And then those commentators will become millionaires from their platforms. They'll be worth like $20 million, $30 million. And then they start saying the word billionaires, right? Or 100 or 200 million. They'll increase the amount so it's always above what they have to be responsible for. Always.
Asmongold and all these slop tubers. I don't recall them saying anything, even within a stratosphere of those various comments that we have just said. Any of the people that he goes after all the time, if Asmongold said any sort of violent rhetoric like we just shared, he'd be done. And Hassan would never let it go. And of course, with this most recent set of comments about the valid military targets, he is trying to correct the record. He's trying to play defense and saying this right here on Twitter: when anyone joins an occupying force and participates in a raid in illegally occupied territory, the West Bank, the occupied people have the legal right to defend themselves through armed struggle. This right doesn't extend outside of combat. People framing this negatively should take it up with the UN. The problem is the phrasing of how he described these valid military targets. He made it very, very clear, or it made it easy for people to interpret that he was including people like Hila Klein, who now is a U.S. citizen and someone who's gone through the naturalization process about 6 years ago. He is trying to basically lump them in. That was the impression a lot of people got. And I don't think that was unreasonable given his language, but you can see in the comments, nobody's buying this, dude. Nobody's buying this. He knows how radicalized his audience is, and saying stuff like that, they're going to take it in the most extreme way. And he should know that. I mean, it's his audience. Everyone on the outside knows how radicalized they are and how they will take what he was saying about these valid targets to heart and take it the way they wanted to as a justification to go after people like Hila. Now, of course, you know, this guy would never.
Yep, 100%. Amateur says, if I die, tell Tim Pool I love him. Thank you, Amateur. I appreciate you, brother. Coming in strong with $5 super chat. We're 9 from halfway, 259 from Naked Snake. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, amateur.
Thank you.
All right.
Ever imply anything that would cause violence towards people in real life. Oh, except he does that all the time. He had this classic tweet where he was quoting a U.S. senator with this gun right here, this homemade contraption that was used to assassinate Shinzo Abe. So this is a very, very obvious message he was sending there. He recently threatened Rick Scott, telling his audience to game end him if they actually cared about anything. Yeah, see, you can't have a long documented history of spouting violent rhetoric, making calls to violence and all these things, and then get the benefit of the doubt that your recent comments about valid military targets did not have some sort of a sinister intention. You know, people have heard enough at this point. They've heard enough of this nonsense. Things have escalated to such a ridiculous level where we're actually having these conversations. Of course, we know Twitch is going to do nothing, but it's crazy that we got here, that this is so normalized, this sort of behavior, this long history. And then this guy sits here and wonders why people might not want to associate with him. Now, he was whining about AT&T. He claims that his views on Israel-Palestine is the reason why they won't work with him, or he can't attend Ludwig's event.
Look, dude, I think creators should definitely be held to a higher standard when it comes to wishing for death on people. The reason I say that, look, dude, is people do shit all the time. I get it. But when you're a creator and you have 10, 20, 30,000 concurrent and you're saying that, there is a good probably dozen or more people that are suffering from mental illness, that are hyper radicalized in your chat that may actually do something, right? And they're only doing it because they're trying to impress their favorite creator. There's no other reason for it. And so I think people that are wishing death on people on platforms should definitely be banned. Like 100% be banned. I think that it should go across the board, not left or right or anything, just across the board. If you are openly wishing on, or encouraging death of somebody to your 40,000 concurrent, like that should be an immediate no-go. Like a one strike policy. Like you say it, you get banned for a week. You say anything like that again, you're done. Because you're not responsible for your community, but the rise of mental illness, especially in the West, is so insane. There's a couple people that are in that chat every stream that might do something to prove their loyalty and to try to impress their favorite creator, especially if they're at the end of their rope already. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I get death threats all the time. I get people emailing everybody I know, contacting my parents all the time. And I have a small platform. You know what I'm saying? If there's, I can't even imagine how many people are in Hassan's chat that actively go and like try to find the address of people he's wishing death on to see if they could like maybe do something, right? To impress their God.
Because they're a sponsor. That's rich, dude. It's totally not all this other insane stuff you've been saying for years. It's just that one topic that got you on their bad side, I'm sure. But he would eventually address Hila's statement on Instagram, where she, of course, calls him out for what he said. And this was his response.
Hassan Piker was exposed by my husband to be discussing creepers retaliated by calling for violence against me. Think back and you'll notice a trend. When he wants to get at Ethan, he attacks me. This is just another glimpse into the psyche of a man who does not see women as equal. Okay, dude. This is literally girl bossing genocide defense.
I genuinely don't even know what he means here. It just sounds very gross. He's saying that she's girl bossing genocide defense. What do you even mean by that? The way he just kind of like simplifies this and basically thinks she has no right to say anything about this is kind of insane. And it's feeding into the direct language that she's saying in the post. She said, Hassan Piker was exposed by my husband to be a disgusting creep, has retaliated by calling for violence against me. Think back and you'll notice a trend. When he wants to get at Ethan, he attacks me. This is another glimpse into the psyche of a man that does not see women as his equal. He uses women to whatever ends he needs, be it revenge, sexual gratification, or to massage his ego by exposing their nude bodies without their consent to his boys. Now, I've looked into this a little bit. She is referring to a recent stream right here on the H3 podcast channel, where towards the end of the stream, Ethan goes through a document listing all of these times where Hassan was being weird with intimate photos of other women, where he was seemingly allowing others to view these photos on his phone, where, you know, he's opening it up right next to them. Of course, they're going to see it. Like, this is absolutely insane behavior. And Ethan and many others are claiming he's doing this as an ego boost. That he wants to look like he's the man because he's got all these photos on his phone and he's making sure people around him know he has it and what a chat he is. Here's just one example. I believe in the video, there's like 7 examples over the years of this same thing happening over and over again. Here's just one.
Yeah, all I gotta say about that is Hassan better pray to the Jesuses that there is not some concentrated effort by women in his past to pull some shit. Better hope that never happens. Like Harry Sizen, because Harry Sizen disappeared for a while because of that, and then he came back and pretended like nothing ever happened. You know, but basically Harry Sizen was talking to like 6 or 7 girls at the same time, getting their nudes and stuff, and trying to meet up with them and whatnot, and obviously sharing them with his boys and his group chats and stuff. And he suffered greatly. He disappeared for weeks and then came back and pretended like nothing ever happened. And that's something that I know Hassan he prays that shit doesn't happen. Right? So
one example, and of course it includes Ludwig.
But okay, that's just 3 times. Surely there's not a 4th time. There is. Here's one with Ludwig where it happens.
I'll sit next to Hassan with the egg. I don't want to sit next to him. Whoa, is that a nude? So what is it? One score like 1, 2, 3, 4 against 1, 2, 3.
Now, is this a cute accident? This is the 4th time. On camera. Just on camera. Do you think he's respecting the privacy of these people sending his nudes? Fucking clearly not. He's waving it around for just anyone next to him to look at. And be like, bro, your phone's full of nudes, dude. That's fucking sick.
Is that a nude? So what is it? One score like 1, 2, 3, 4 against 1, 2, 3. This basically was a nude. Big knockers? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
This is gross. Why is it so, like, if you're just on your phone, what are you doing where there's just nude pictures? Right?
That is pretty weird. Well, what he's probably doing, if this is true, he's probably just going to his photos and like scrolling when he's beside somebody to make it look cool. Destiny's not Destiny not concentrated effort against him with his revenge prom, but he's still doing okay. Well, when it comes to Destiny, like his stuff was technically hacked, and he leaned into it so hard, and also Destiny's like really pathetic. You know, and I don't think he pretends to not be pathetic. I think, and even to this day, Destiny's complete image is a little bit altered. It's a little bit different now. Like everybody is well aware that he's creepy as fuck, right? Whereas before they just didn't like him. Now they're like, oh, he's gross. Not only is he awful, but now he's gross and weird, right? And also, I don't see Destiny doing giant debates anymore, like on different channels. So I don't know. Maybe not.
Right there. Like you're in a party, you're on your phone. What are you scrolling Twitter? You're looking through your emails. What are you doing where there's just nudes on your phone all the time?
Well, I mean, if there were nudes on my phone, like I wouldn't pull them out in public like that. I'd be scared somebody would be looking over my shoulder or something.
Yeah. And also, here's the other thing. If they are unsolicited, that means he's going into the DMs with his fans and downloading or looking at and receiving their nudes. I, by my very policy, never go into the DMs with fans, cold DMs, because you don't know what's there, and you don't want to give people the wrong impression. There's a weird power imbalance. People are there; they're going to be like mystified by you and want to do anything for you.
Yeah, totally a mistake. The first time, the second time, the third time, the 4th time, the 5th time, the 6th time, the 7th time. Yeah, this is a pattern of behavior that was shown. It's happened over years and years and years, and I have found more. There's more clips on Reddit of him doing this exact.
Well, didn't Tectone imply that Destiny goes to like the Twitch event to literally just have orgies with his viewers? I may be misinterpreting that, but I think that Tectone implied that, or he implied all Twitch creators do that. Like male Twitch creators just go to the Twitch event and just have sex with like tons of viewers. Which, to be fair, sounds about right. You know, I mean, if Destiny or if Hassan can't control the normal shit he says, like if Hassan can't go one stream without wishing death on people around him, I doubt he has the self-control to not do that. You know? Oh my God, my girlfriend's here.
Exact same behavior, sharing how you can ethically view other people's photos without them knowing you're viewing them or sharing them with other people.
Love you, big
and then we see this clip. This is really strange. Just listen to this with me.
Not good. Okay, all of these are dudes now. I used to exclusively get fucking like titty pics and shit on my Snapchat, and now it's just dudes. This is terrible. What happened? I ruined it. I should have never mentioned my Snapchat.
Huh.
Dude,
What?
So what he's talking about there is he's acting like a true man-child. He's upset because he's no longer getting spicy photos of women on his Snapchat. And that's...
You want to know why Hassan said that? By the way, I 1000% immediately recognize his thought process right there. He's fishing. He's 100% fishing whilst on this show. So damn, I never get titty pics anymore, hoping that people will send him titty pics to fix the problem. That's why he said that. 100%. 100%. That's why he said that.
A bit weird because not only is this something he publicly shares in hopes to have lots of people send him photos, it was also something that was listed in his banner on YouTube at the bottom of his screen. Big Haas, of course, that's his name. He had it listed there. So obviously a lot of his fans were sending these photos to him, which is a very weird power dynamic, by the way. Like when you're a content creator and you're getting into like DMs and receiving photos from like people who are your fans, very, 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 very not good. That's all I can say.
Charitard says, my brother told me Destiny's son hates him and once ambushed during a live stream being him with airsoft. Well, apparently he was quote tweeting Destiny like 2 days ago. His own son. And like saying crazy shit. I didn't see any of it, but thank you, Charitard. Yes, exactly. Actually, it's reverse psychology, 100%. Thank you, Charitard. I love you, dude. I appreciate you. We're 4 away from halfway to Naked Snake. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you. Oh yeah. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Charitard. I love you.
This is a very weird dynamic that can go very, very wrong. There's clearly an imbalance there, right? Big content creator with fans who are like absolutely obsessed with him, and he's encouraging this sort of behavior of sending him things. It's very obvious what he was trying to cook up here for years as he had this publicly displayed. All I'm saying is this is becoming a pattern. In fact, it is a pattern of him having these very strange sets of behavior. These clips go on and on and on. There's so many of them. He's having a tough time, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell why he feels the need to respond so much recently, because these things are getting increasingly ridiculous. And it's only a matter of time, by the way, that the people in his sort of corner are going to have to turn on him. Because how far are they going to let him drag them down? I mean, he's a clown at this point. He says the most ridiculous things, gets criticized for it, acts like a massive hypocrite over it, and then it happens over and over and over and over again. People are tired of it. But anyways, that's going to do it for this update regarding all the usual suspects in the streaming world. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topic.
Rest in peace, son. I think this is all an elaborate scheme to just stay in the news cycle. That's my thought process on it. It's just an elaborate scheme to stay in the news cycle. 70 likes from 300. Appreciate you guys so much. I love you. I appreciate you. Big shout out to Eric Heiss and Joe on Rumble. Rumble. Oh, Rumble. Real quick. I like how Rev says over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. You know somebody that says something over and over again? Mudahar says something. What does he say? I think he says ladies and gentlemen over and over again. Like 8 times in the beginning of a stream. Now, ladies and gentlemen, blah, blah, blah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, blah, blah, blah. Now, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm always like, he says it a lot. I think. I might be thinking of something else, but I might be thinking about something else, I'm going to be honest. All right. Love you, promise. Appreciate you, bruh. What's up, corn cans? How you doing, baby? I got to find somebody that to raid. It might be Cecil. I might raid Cecil. No, I raided Cecil last, like 2 streams ago. Let's do... I just did Chase. Let's see. He says it. It's me, Mudahar, at the beginning of every video. No, I mean, but he just says it like throughout the video. He'll say like several times, like ladies and gentlemen or something. Maybe Epic Mike. What is he playing? He's playing Villager. Yeah, I think that might be what we do. I think Epic Mike's going to be our raid target. I like Epic Mike a lot. He's my boy. He's my boy. What is up, Milt Colamal? I forget your name on here. I don't know why it's still at logos. I'll never understand. We got a few minutes left here today. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love and support. I'm going to try to get a video out here soon. Maybe tonight, probably for the morning, but I don't really know for sure yet. I was very, very surprised to see Chris Pratt go on to Bill Maher and then kind of be objective towards some certain things. And I was like, oh my God. Well, there goes that. There goes that career. Rest in peace. Oh. Hey, where'd you go, Helena? Helena says, "Is Karis live? I didn't think he was live. Did you make the snake? No. We got about halfway. Where am I? I don't know where we're at, but let's see. Delete. Karis. He is live. I apologize. I'm a bad friend. I'm a bad friend. I can totally rate Karis. Yes. Of course. Thank you, Helena. I love you. I appreciate you. We got that covered now. We got the Karis covered. Hey, you made it to 250 though. All right. We got halfway to Nigga Snake. Very close to 500 in a row. Very, very close. Charitard says, Pudahar says, thank you for calling. Jeez, Charitard. Come on, bro. How could you? Gosh, I'm dying here. I've been really sniffly for some strange reason today, and I don't really know why. Just trying to damn survive. I sneezed like 20 times today, which is just a little bit too much. A little too much sneezies there. All right. Where am I? Are you kidding me? Why does it never save any of my search results ever on YouTube? I don't understand. It's funny if you go to search, if you search anything on YouTube anymore, it brings up results from 10 years ago now. Like I searched for Asmongold, for example, right? And instead of it showing videos that he has just released, it was showing stuff from 3 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck? How? Why? Right? People are starting to say Mr. Beast is evil again. And I think it's Botox. I'm going to be completely honest. I think Mr. Beast is going a little too hard on Botox, and it's making him look weird as fuck. And he has like no facial expressions anymore, other than his like teeth. That's it. Like his smile and his teeth. Everything else is completely flat all the time and like shiny, like wired in. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like he doesn't have anything anymore. Like nothing. It's just like he'll have bright eye, like wide eyes, and be like this. Like it's very fucking strange. It's the autism. I don't think autism makes it where you can't control your face. Because he totally could like 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? He totally could. Thank you, Rockstar. Appreciate you, baby. Beep. I'm starring every super chat. Beep. Thank you, Rockstar. Appreciate you, baby. So billions of money won't help your looks now. How sad. Yep. Well, it's Botox. It's what it does. Botox essentially just completely freezes whatever muscles it's injected into, right? And I think he's probably just going a little too hard on it, and it's making him a little wild. Because it's like a 3-minute process. Botox is. You just show up and they'll be like, and then you leave. That's the end of it. You know. So Ashley, oh my God, it's Ashley. I gotta star these. Fuck, Ashley. Oop. Check Glass says, let's save the snake. So close to 500. Thank you, Check Glass. Appreciate you, baby. Check Glass even come up in this bitch. Ashley says, but the snake, sad face. Hey man. The snake can't last forever. Just ask Old Snake in Metal Gear Solid 4. Well, I guess technically he just goes to Alaska. But it's been years now, and he has advanced aging, so he's boned. He's boned, I tell you. Boned. Thank you, Ashley. I love you. I love you, Ashley. Took four ibuprofen. Tylenol doesn't work on my knee pain anymore. That sucks, man. I don't have much body pain. but I do have headaches a lot, and I take ibuprofen pretty regularly. It's like twice a week. If I go to a race, I have to take ibuprofen before and after a race because I don't know, I'm stressed. I don't know. Something's going on. So I'm like dying after a race. It's probably the loudness, the squeezy of my helmet, the stress levels, the heart rate, all that, I'd imagine. But then my stomach hurts from ibuprofen. Really? I've never experienced that. My body is so well. Ashley, you're real old. What are you now? 38, 39? What's up, Matt Sicilian? How you doing, baby? That makes sense, McSteller. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Stomach ulcers. Oh, God. Jesus, bro. It's got to happen, Ashley. You know I'm going to say it. You know I'm going to say it. You're younger than me? Really? Wow. I never thought that was the case. I'm triggering people from the Xbox thing again today. I just don't understand. I don't understand how people during Halo's peak, like Halo 2 and the advent of Xbox Live, how they could be content with playing like Mario Party. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. I'm like, how could you not be involved? How could you not be involved with Halo like during its peak? This is wild. Is this true? That's weird. This says Brooklyn man loses his paid off $800,000 home over an unpaid $5,000 water bill. That's about right. I mean, you don't really ever own anything. What's up, Reagan? How you doing, baby? You don't really own anything. Let's be completely honest. Like, no one owns anything. At any point, they could just be like, you know what? We're taking this and we're auctioning it off. Kill yourself. You're like, oh, well, that sucks. Oh, damn. Did not expect this to happen. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens, dude. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, I have property taxes that I have to pay every year, and they are pretty outrageous. They're like $8,000 a year, my property taxes. And if my house was paid off and I didn't pay my property taxes, the like local government would just take my house and auction it off and kick me out. So you don't really own anything. Property taxes, in my opinion, are completely. I think all taxes are unconstitutional, but property taxes are just a hyper focus, like unconstitutional thing, because technically you'll never own anything. Like property taxes make it where you literally can't own anything. You know. Darren Tracer, what's up, babe? Cortana was nice to look at. Hell yeah, dude. Love me some Cortana, bro. Oh, income tax is slavery, 100%. Billy Hatcher, the $5 super chat says, I only got to play on Wii and PlayStation 2 as a kid for new consoles. Never got to experience Xbox when I was a kid. Yeah, dude, Xbox was the shit. I remember one of the ads for Xbox 360. I think it was regular Xbox. One of the ads was Jack Black playing. He was playing Halo or something, or Fusion Frenzy or something, and he had the voice changer on, because I don't know if you remember, but like when Xbox first came out and you had the voice chat, obviously that was like the big deal, voice chat. And every time you bought the Xbox Live card, it came with a mic, so everybody had a mic. You know, they pretty much provided the mic for you, and you had an option to have a really deep voice or a really high pitched like gerbil voice, and then they took that away pretty quick. Sad. Probably something to do with like predators being able to disguise themselves, and kids being able to disguise themselves as well. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you, Billy. Appreciate you, Billy. What's up, Rain Music? How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? Where am I? Billy, get the hell out of here. All right, here we go. Time for Chibi.
Get here. How did 2025 get like this. Like, we're living, honestly, in a very dark and chaotic timeline right now, because it's just been one thing back to back. It's like there's not a day that there is anything that doesn't really come out that makes this situation around, let's say, online safety, to the invasion of privacy, to the stuff with Roblox and everything in between, just get more and more chaotic as more stuff is revealed. And to see that the United Kingdom, the UK government that passed the Online Safety Act, is trying to sue 4chan, that's mind-blowing to me. It's like they're trying to sue 4chan, not because 4chan, may do illegal activities or anything like that. No, they're suing 4chan because they're not complying with the UK Online Safety Act. That's oh my god, dude, how did we get here? How are we at the point in time to where we have these other governments around the world, like for instance, UK government trying to force their will on an American site, a site basically that is stationed and hosted in America. And this isn't the first example of the UK trying to do this. The UK has tried.
I've never really liked the UK, like especially like Brits, I especially like them less now. For this whole reason, I like them less. Unfortunately, no, thank you. I don't know. It's like this weird pretentious attitude they have about everything that's not their like country. And now they're imposing their laws on us somehow. How does that work? No idea, but it's happening. It's happening, man. Ashley says, I want the snake. The snake's going to die at 496. What cruel irony. What cruel irony.
To already censor like Wikipedia. And Wikipedia news is pretty sad to see because Wikipedia lost their lawsuit. But
why do you hate the UK? I don't hate the country. I don't hate anybody. Hate's a very strong word. I'm not passionate enough to hate people. Or land masses, maybe. I don't like, okay, so here's my thing. Whenever people interview just normal ass people, like in Britain or something, or London, they always interview like, people in their 20s. And they always are so pretentious about where they live versus everywhere else in the world, right? And all they do is shit on every other country because there's this weird pretentious attitude that like they live in the center of the world, where actually no one has thought about, especially Britain, in hundreds of years. Now, that being said, I saw a video the other day kind of alluding to this, where there was a guy and he was interviewing people in London, right? And he was like, what country do you think has the lowest IQ? And 100% across the board, every white, like 20-year-old that he interviewed, and it was like 40, okay? 100% of them across the board said the United States has the lowest IQ. And I'm like, do they actually believe that? We're a developed country, right? We're literally a developed country. That makes literally no sense. Like, we're in the top 20. Like, there are literally northern Africa countries in Africa and countries in India, right? Or places in India, rather, that have a very low average IQ. And like, you think America's the fucking, are you kidding? Now, I'm just saying, like, not specifically, if they said the same thing about Japan, I would be like confused. I'm like, what do you mean? There is no developed country that is close to the bottom, bro. Right? Is that Otto Ramel? Oh my god, where is he at? There he is. Otto Ramel with 100. I need attention. Oh my god, Otto Ramel trying to save it. At the very end, he's trying to save it. How you doing, buddy? You need to take me up on the claw offer. I don't remember if you said anything about that, but you know what I'm talking about. I haven't said anything about what the plan is, Otto, and I'm not going to. But you know about it, but no one else does. But yes, we need to have a claw night. A claw night with the boys. Listen to some old ass music. That sounds great. 441. We're 59 from Naked Snake. Oh my god, look at that. Otto just got us almost all the way there. What a crazy bastard. I love you, man. I appreciate you. The snake may live on. Oh my god. Oh my God. All right. Thank you, Otto. Appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you, baby. Swift kissed. Swift kiss. All right. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate you, Otto. Love you. Also, in terms of colors available, the N64 had an advantage over standard grays or black PlayStation. What are you talking about? Like colors on the screen? Look, dude. The PlayStation revolutionized gaming. The N64 just existed, right? Don't forget, Resident Evil pretty much revolutionized an entire genre. I understand that Resident Evil 2 was ported to N64. I get it. But not RE1, not RE3. Okay? All right? Okay? All right? Revolutionized gaming. Gran Turismo revolutionized gaming. All these different games came out on PlayStation that changed everything. Now, that being said, the Nintendo got on board eventually, and I think there's a lot of great Nintendo titles. But if you turn on a Switch, the top 4 games are Legend of Zelda, Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario Golf. That's like it now. You know what I'm saying? And like PlayStation, bro. Fuck. Metal Gear? Are you kidding? Metal Gear Solid? Are you kidding? Bro. Imagine playing Metal Gear Solid for the first time at 9 years old in a time where nothing like this remotely has ever existed. That was me. I played Metal Gear Solid when I was a kid, and I ran around Shadow Moses not knowing what the fuck was going on for hours and hours and days and days and days. And I did the same thing on Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. I ran around for hours not knowing what the hell was going on. The only reason I was able to beat Resident Evil 1 and eventually Resident Evil 2 and eventually Resident Evil 3 was because I had strategy guides, which I would look at when I pooped, which was another great thing about them. I really wish I still had them. I had like 500 strategy guides at one point, and I sold them all. Thank you, Rain. I love you. I sold all my strategy guides for $300 because I didn't want to move them because I was moving houses and they were so heavy. I had like 5 boxes filled to the brim and they were 1,000 pounds. So I was like, no. So I quite literally put them in the back of my truck and drove it to this game store that was 1 minute from my house. And the guy gave me $300 for all of them. And half of them were sealed. Mario Golf, you fucking kidding me, bro? Hey, I like Mario Golf, bro. I like Mario Golf. God of War is a good example of that. God of War. 59 from Naked Snake Boys. Elden Ring was the last mind-blowing game I've played because I've played it nothing since. It's a great game. I went through Elden Ring and I'm at the last boss in the DLC, but I have not got all the fragments, so I cannot beat that boss right now. I need to go get all the fragments to like level up my shadow blessings or whatever, and my shadow blessing and my other thing, and I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do any of that shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Beep beep. I never understood Mario Golf. Well, that's because you're lame. Mario Golf's great. I love Mario Golf. It's one of my favorite games. I have not tried out Europa. Mario Ice Cream Bam was a controversial game. Oh my God. All right. Thank you, Otto, again. Everybody give Otto some love for his giant fat red boy. It's a rainbow night, by the way. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, yes. Halo opened the floodgates to normies and gaming never recover. Irakias. I disagree. I think Call of Duty opened the gates to normies. I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 completely ruined gaming. Now, that's the thing. I got to put it out there. I loved Modern Warfare 2. I thought it was fucking awesome. The 1887s run around the airport. Woo! I loved it. Thought it was great. But everybody loved it. I remember being a kid and everybody made fun of me for liking video games. I was like a nerd because I played video games. Oh, by the way, now I'm 17 and everybody loves video games. Wow. And they were always shocked that I was so good at shooters. I remember going to LAN parties and wrecking people. And I wasn't even that great online. Like I think I was like a 47, like in Team Slayer back on ranked. So I was almost maxed out on Team Slayer. We were good. We would win like 10 games in a row at 47 in matchmaking. That was hard as shit. But I go to LAN parties and I would wreck people that never even played Xbox Live before. Just nuked them. I'd be like, it'd be first to 50 kills, and I'd have 50, and the guy in second had 20, and then the rest have like 5. It was good times. So that was that. It's like anything else. You just had to get better. You just had to get better, you know. And when you played online, you had to get better. And then the competition made you better. It's like everything in life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, dude. I didn't play anything after Modern Warfare 2, though. Modern Warfare 2 was the last Call of Duty game I played. And then I never played another one. Because they were coming out every year, and I worked at GameStop, and I didn't feel like it. I did play Halo 3, and I played Halo Reach, and I played Halo 4 a little bit, but it just felt so different. We are 59 from Neck and Snake at the end of the show. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Otto Ramel freaking laid it down. Lay it down. Kiss fan. Ooh, Mr. Kiss fan. 1977. What's up? Oh, no. Art's in here, and he sees this account. It was like that for me. My best friend in Mortal Kombat, he would kill me at it, but from all the time playing him, I would just slay others. Yeah. You get as good as the people you play against, or close. We are 70 likes from 300, by the way. Dude, I'm itchy. Why am I so itchy? I like Black Hawk Zombies and pissing people off. I bet you did. Speaking of pissing people off, Kylie Goff has just pissed the people off. Kylie Goff with a big fat ass pink boy. Oh my God. I was going to midnight, and Kylie Goff wasn't going to let that shit fall. He says, snake that shit, brother. Man, that sounds weird. Sounds weird out loud. Snaking something has a meaning. What is it? Snaking? That's like when you scam somebody out of something they want, and you steal it from under them, right? Isn't that called snaking? Like if you buy if somebody's they're on their way to pick up a 68 Mustang, and you call the dude and you're like, bro, I'll give you 30 instead of 25. And you show up first and you take that bitch. It's called snake. Snake that ass. I think that's what that's called, right? I could be wrong. Snaking. Kylie Goff and Otto Ramel with the heavy lifting today. Thank you so much, you crazy bastard. Oh my God, Kylie Goff, gonna make it happen. Gonna make it. I was 100% convinced that was done tonight. I was convinced. I thought it was over, boys. I thought it was over. But nothing is ever truly over, is it? Boom. 503. Look at that. We made it. 497th naked snake in a row, boys. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. Big shout out to Steph. She gifted 5 memberships at the beginning of the stream. I really appreciate that. I've been focusing on memberships a lot lately, and I plan on doing membership-only streams once a week. Probably starting pretty soon. Yeah, I think probably what is today? Monday? Maybe I might do one every Sunday. Members only stream. So and also the membership's helping towards the algorithm. And also once I get to 1,000, we're going to do a 24-hour stream. So we're doing all of it. So thank you, Steph, for the 5 memberships today. I love you. I appreciate you. You're so good to me. Thank you. Oh, no, Art. I don't want to. Please don't make me. I don't want to be a professional boxer, please. All right, Kylie Goff. Kylie Goff and Otto Ramel. Hot diggity damn boys. Hopefully they have these super chats fixed next show so I can actually pull them up. But I figured out how to pull them up anyway. The redneck version. It's time for Neck and Snake, boys, for the 497th stream in a row. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Membership. I got the special one. Hell yeah. Yeah, McSteller. I'm specifically picking Sunday, so you can't. I like how MA, instead of posting snakes, she posts worms. And I can't even pull the worms up. It just says squares. It's worms. All right, boys, let's do Naked Snake. Royalty. Oh my God. Jesus. If I had 600 Royal Family members, which is like the top one, I don't know how it works. I forget. If I had 600 of those, yeah. That'd be fucking crazy. My happy ass could buy a Ferrari. Finally, after all the struggling years of wanting that fucking Ferrari. Oh, it is. Isn't a worm just a naked snake? No, wow, God, Jesus, never thought about it. All right, let's do it. You guys ready for Naked Snake? Thank you, Otto Ramel. Thank you, Callie Goff. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. Thank you, everybody involved in this beautiful ass show today. I appreciate you guys so much. James Duvall, we love you, baby. We appreciate you. Look at that crazy man. This dude has been around for years. Years. All right. You the man, Otto. You the man, Otto. You the man, Kyle. Goof. We'll be back Wednesday. Don't forget, I'll have a new video coming out as well. Don't forget about that video. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. Let's do some Naked Snake. Lose the clothes. All right. And Anus, you calm down, all right? Fuck. What the hell's wrong with you, Anus? Jesus. All right, here we go. Naked Snake, boys, for the 497th show in a row. Let's do it one more time. Voice to text. Lose the clothes. Lose the clothes. Lose the clothes. Oh, my God. Oh. Here we go. Oh, my God. It's that time again, boys. Here we go.
What a thrill.
Oh, now Chai T shows up.
With darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching, now melting to you.
Here we go, boys.
Thank you,
Chai T. 497 in a row, boys. Here we go. Snake eater in my time. There been nobody else. Art the clown. Crying. It's the way I fly to you. Thank you, Ashley. Donna, I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. Oh my God, here we go.
Someday you'll go through the rain. Someday you feel on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive.
Oh my God, can you feel it, Otto? Oh, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. It's for Otto and Kylie Goff today. Billy Hatcher, appreciate you guys so much. In my side, there be nobody else. Cry. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Say it up. 497 in a row. Here we go, boys. You guys ready? Thank you guys so much. I was 100% convinced it was gone, but Otto and colleague off, we're not going to let it happen. I appreciate you guys so much. Keep in mind, it can die whenever. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I love you. I do appreciate you guys keeping her going for the memes. We're 3 away from 500. New video coming out very soon. Keep up with me. I'll be live, of course, Wednesday as per usual. Get the hell on it, D doggone it. I love you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Anus, for showing up and hanging out the whole damn time. I love you. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. Ashley, M.A., the beautiful M.A. with the face. Appreciate you. All my boys, Mixteller, Chai Tees, Art, you bitch. Love you, dude. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys Wednesday. We're going to raid Karos. Let me make sure he's still alive before we do it, though, because, I don't want him to be... I don't want him to be off. That would be sad. Oh, he's still there. It says, I'm tired. Let's go fishing. So we're going to raid my boy. Say Cam raid in the chat. Give him some love. Make sure you check out my girl Makuta's GoFundMe. Yes, her GoFundMe. I know it's been it's been shared in the chat. I know somebody made a big post about it. Some big Twitter personality made a post about it. So hopefully that helped a little. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Get the hell on it, D-Dog. I'm going to say Cam raid in the chat right now. I love you, Otto. Love you, E-Golf. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the goats. The goats. Yeah.